Good afternoon, evening, or nighttime for those of you who may be on the European side of the continent. European side of the continent. Sorry, that was a very odd way for me to phrase that. How are you all doing? Um, Man, once again, I feel like I've forgotten something. But the fish game is up, and the regular game is up, and I've got it all loaded in the screen. It's probably fine. Hey, Aaron, how's it going? Mapno's doing well. Princess the Eevee is cute. I know, I love doing the little paper craft things. It was a funny story with that Eevee. The those boxes have a difficulty rating on the back of them, and it was like those boxes have a difficulty rating on the back, and it was like one box filled in. It was like one black diamond out of like, or two black diamonds out of five, and the other ones are all white. I'm like, oh, it's an easy one. But I think the Japanese work in reverse on how they read that, because I was putting it together, and someone else was also doing a paper craft, and they finished in like a few hours, and I was like 7 hours in, still finagling with this little Eevee, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I think I picked a much harder one than I intended, but it came out well though. It's a super cute piece. I've got the Pikachu. There's a Pikachu one that I've got too. It was actually the very first thing I put together on stream. It was like my debut day project. So I was like, I need something somewhat familiar that won't take me an eternity. At least I hope it won't take me an eternity. Sorry, who else we got? Hey Beetle, good to see you. They've got Sassy here, Momo's here, Mapno's here. Demi, Princess, Aaron, Fenris, Beetle's got the. But I'm Tish. You chillin'? All good, all good. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I should be freaking out more because I have so much cosplay work to do. I should be freaking out more. Like it's gonna probably set in around Wednesday of like, oh god, I don't have enough time. Inside, I'm freaking out a little inside. Aaron just got done with work on a Oh yeah, you guys do work on Saturday, don't you? We don't do that up here. Unless it's like Christmas time. Um we don't operate Saturday, Sunday. Unless you're like one of the inside working people. They don't work Saturday either actually. They'll work Sundays because they process stuff to go out for Monday. But yeah, we don't do delivery on the weekend unless it's yeah, our drivers don't work on the weekends unless it's like Christmas time. And we work pretty much 7 days a week, but with overtime on the weekends. Okay. What else we got going? Damn, Canada got everything good. It's it's got its plus and minuses. Even the postal service. It's not terrible. We're unionized too, which is nice. For better or for worse. Sometimes there's definitely a little bit of like sometimes the union comes on a little strong and I'm like, guys, like, can we chill just a little bit? Like just a little bit. No, it's a pretty good job overall. So yeah, today we've got Hazy Mind. Oh wait, you know what? I got totally distracted. Man, it's still. I'm like I'm forgetting something. I was forgetting something. I forgot to ping. I should probably do that. I got distracted talking to some other people. A courtesy of Bet into Hazy Mind. I think I got so thrown off because so many of you had already shown up, and I'm like, oh, I must have posted. Sometimes. No chill. Well, I do understand why the the postal union in Canada was basically formed, and then like the supervisors and management from within the postal system at that time were like, but hang on, I just gotta make sure I spelled this stuff right. There we go. It was like a lot of the managers and stuff were all ex-military. So and they'd bring that like boot camp mentality with them when they came over to the postal system. So the union as a response to that, also really hardened up. Management is now chilled out a lot more. Um, a lot more, a lot more of the management team are hired from people who have worked the floor before, or have like already done work as letter carriers or like as inside workers and stuff like that. So management team is chilled out, but the union is still quite stuck in their old times. For better or for worse. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. Okay. I think sometimes about getting like Mixetup has the capability to be able to post to Twitter and things automatically. Maddie's bot let us know immediately streaming. Oh, okay, right, because she's got like the friends of the cafe or the latte friends that ping. Cool. Yeah, I know there's an ability you can set stuff up so like you hit go live and like bot things immediately post to all of your socials, but I don't know, I kind of like being able to write custom messages every time. I just have to make sure I stay really on top of it. Yeah. Betetiro is the developer who it's weird, who reached out here. I'll actually just go to the beginning game screen. We're here, right game? Me pause Spotify. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Petatiro, they're actually in the Discord as well, but they reached out to me a couple weeks ago, week and a half ago or so, and were like, hey, like I've seen you, and like I was so surprised. I was like, oh no, please don't be another scam bot. What's happening? But they reached out and they're like, hey, yeah, I've got a game coming out, and I saw you playing Slay the Princess, and I thought you might be interested in trying it, or if you want to play it on stream, here's a game code. And I'm like, what? What? Me? Really? Are you sure? Me? I'm honored? I'm so honored. No question mark on the end of that. Yeah, I'm going into it totally blind. I just know that it's another one of those so honored. It's another one of those it's another visual novel. It's gonna be another emotional one. Should be another emotional one. Cause it's well, I guess you'll see it actually here in a second. It does have a warning. Designed for adult audience, content is for everyone, include topics such as suicide, depression, blood, murder, strong language. We acknowledge the warning, click to continue. And here's our starting screen. Like, already, I think it's a little unsettling. I'm so ready. I looked it up on Steam during the intermission, looks very you. I love that this is what I'm turning into. I'm not. People are always like, "Oh, do you like horror games?" Or like, "Do you like horror things?" And I'm like, I won't say no, but I won't say yes because I don't go out of my way to look for horror stuff. But I don't hate it, and I'm not like they're terribly squeamish about it either. This is the trauma tuber time. Yeah, I'm trying to outrun my trauma tuber reputation, and it's not happening. It's not working. But yeah, the synopsis for this game. The description for this game is, you can't remember anything and all you can see is her, in all caps. Delve into your story and uncover the truth behind what happened to you and your parents. Yeah, and I've been kind of like checking in with the Twitter stuff. It's got voice acting in there. They've got it localized in a few different languages, stuff like that. Yeah, it looks very interesting. And I like the style. But shall we become emotional messes together? I think for options, yeah, it should be good. I suppose let me know if the audio, like I said, I haven't tried any of this yet, so if the audio seems particularly low, just give me a heads up and I'll adjust on the fly. Yeah, unless let's go. Trauma tuber time. Also, everyone should wish Cecilia a happy early birthday. Because her birthday's really soon. My thoughts fragment my mind like shards of glass. I can feel each suicidal thought slicing me from within. Happy pills, if only. I'm tired of battling with my own mind. With each day growing increasingly burdensome. Antidepressants and sleeping pills, my daily allies, will yet again become today's escape from this world. Internally, I'm screaming in pain. Oh gosh. But the fear of what death may bring holds me back. Is it worth the fight, even when everything inside is pleading for surrender? You're going to start. Oh, this is the tone we're starting with, okay? Death seems like a relief, but what if it's just a different kind of pain? Thoughts spin in my mind, but my heart keeps on beating. My hallucinations morph into terrifying creatures, squirming in my mind like worms, offering no peace. Fear paralyzes me, leaving me in the darkness with only my thoughts for company. Bottle of pills in my hand, my heart pounding in my chest, a terrifyingly real reminder of the life I wish to end. Oh, this poor girl. I understand how strongly emotions overwhelm me. I understand how long I have thought about this. My brain continues to look for reasons not to do it. In the end, my self-hatred still wins. Pills feel icy as snow. They're cold and it seeps through my skin, swiftly sweeping away the last remnants of doubt. Closing my eyes, I swallow them one by one. My mind starts to fog for the pills I've taken. A strange moment of silence ensures. It's as if the world has slowed its rotation, giving me time to reconcile my fate. The sensation of the pills in my throat feel like a sharp blow to the back, confirmation of the irreversible decision I've just made. The world starts to slowly fade away, as if someone's gradually turning down the brightness on the TV. My consciousness becomes foggy, thoughts mingle, quickly turning into meaningless chaos. I hear my own breathing, its cycle getting quieter and less frequent. The last thing I feel is the heaviness of my eyelids, which close involuntarily. I surrender to lifeless yet soothing oblivion. Sleep comes like a wave, sweep me into an impenetrable depth. I surrender without resistance. Suddenly, a glimmer sparks in the darkness. I see a dream. The surrounding darkness starts morphing. Dreams within it stir, stories both frightening and familiar. There are scenes from my life, moments of both happiness and suffering. As each second passes, those images become more vivid, adopting shapes, colors, and sounds. Some of them are kind, reminding me of the times when I laughed, when I was happy. But there are dreams that pierce me, reminding me of what led me here. I dive deeper and deeper into the dream. It's like a journey through my own soul. And suddenly, in the endless depth, I begin to see light. It's warm, muted glow that beckons me from the darkness. I'm drawn to this light like a moth enticed by fire. And when I touch this light, I can feel it start to fill me, rousing me from the dark sleep. Already getting the vibes. I'm more in Persona 3. I haven't actually tried Persona 3. My eyes open. I feel the solid surface of the bed comforting my body. My head's still foggy, but it no longer pains me the way it did before. My consciousness slowly returns. Something is off. Everything around looks unfamiliar, even though I know it's my space. Memories spin in my head like flashing images, but I can't piece them together into a coherent whole. It's a feeling of emptiness, as if a part of me is missing. She is kinda cute, isn't she? Names, faces, everything is plunged into a disorganized mess deemed unreachable for my mind. I'm finding it harder to breathe. My mind screams, seeking answers I don't have. She looks crazy. Wait, well, she admittedly just tried to take her life, and to wake up again, would probably throw anybody off. Everything around starts to seem distant and insignificant. I'm lost in my own world. She's also probably woken up in a place different from where she fell asleep. Realization sets in. I've forgotten everything. Who am I? Where I'm from? My existence is erased. I'm too scared to move, to breathe, because even if these sensations feel new and alien, with each breath I attempt to remember, but it only results in greater panic. The world around me begins to crumble like an abandoned building, eroding as time passes. I sense that I'm moving further away from myself with each passing second. Fear wraps around me, squeezing my heart, and I can't find an escape. Gravity feels doubled. My body fails to resist, falling back into the bed. The moment my body touches the bed, there's an instant relief. It's an unexpected calm in the midst of chaos. I I feel the warmth of a foreign hand slowly passing through my hair. Despite consciousness starting again, the desire to leave the comfortable sanctuary of my bed has disappeared. However, in the end, I decide to find out who's so tenderly guarding my peace. Hey, Rye. You might have missed the warning in the beginning. The game is heavy. Our protagonist already starts by trying to take her life. She wakes up again, though, as far as we know. Can't remember anything about herself, though. And now this person. Ooh, got this effect.
Hello.
Hello.
You've finally woken up. You must be feeling lost and confused right now, unsure of where you are and who I am.
Is the volume loud enough for you guys, with her talking?
Don't worry, I'm here to help you. I need to tell you something that might be hard for you to hear, but it's important that you know. This isn't the first time this has happened. You've woken up with no memory before.
Hi, Carla. Welcome in.
Every night, your memory is reset. You cannot remember yesterday or any day before that.
A stream going today? Just started up. We've got a new game going right now from, Oh, thank you for the follow. Petatiro was kind enough to give me a Steam code of this game. It just released a few days ago. They'd asked if I played it online. So we're starting it up. Yeah, our protagonist has just woken up after a bit of an ordeal. No memory of anything, really. Name, location, what's going on. And this girl is, like, being our little guardian right now. I'm not a streamer yet, but wanted to start it. Start streaming or start this game? Either way. The game seems interesting. Streaming's fun.
After a failed suicide attempt, you went through a lot of stress, and that's why you can't remember things.
Who are you?
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My apologies. My name is Marana. Your mom hired me to look after you, as every night you wake up, oblivious to the world around you. My role is to be a beacon in the early hours, to help you navigate through the confusion.
Visiting other streams, see how things work as well to make new friends, probably? Well, welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay here. For the sensitivity of this game, I turn the fishy volume down a little bit.
Of course, I am also here to assist you in regaining your memory. By the way, my duty is to provide you with a guide on what to do when I'm not around, and where to find essential items you might need. Here, this is the guide. As you can see, it's a bit worn out since you've used it prior.
You said our memory resets every night. Aid kit in the cabinet. 1 aid kit in the cabinet. 2 kitchen, straight down the corridor. Take a right. 3 emergency. Call 911. Phone is on the table. 4 address. City Arc, Bovid Street 4.
In case of emergencies, the first aid kit is in your cabinet at the very bottom. You'll instantly recognize it. It looks like a typical first aid kit. Just to be on the safe side, I've sketched a picture of it here in the guide, so you can be sure you found the right box. To get to the kitchen, you will need to leave your room, walk straight down the corridor, then take a left.
Left.
That's where you'll find the kitchen. If something happens to either of us, dial 911. That's the number for emergency services. Your phone is on the table.
Okay, kitchen to the left, phone on the table.
The phone is switched on and fully charged. You've always had a knack for figuring out how to use it, so I'm sure you won't have any issues there. What else was there? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, right. If you have to call an ambulance, you'll need to know your address. It's 4 Buttiv Street, Arc City. It might be a bit challenging to remember right now, so I understand. However, everything I have just told you is written down on this note. Please, keep it safe and always have it with you, okay?
I feel like we're gonna need this later. Okay.
Great. You're doing very well. Now, to add a little joy to the moment, I've prepared something special for you.
Oh, thanks, Carla.
I cooked your all-time favorite dish, toast with egg.
Mm.
It's important to fuel your body. After eating, I can give you a tour around your room and help you discover more about your life that's been temporarily forgotten.
Actually looks tasty. I want breakfast.
So don't rush yourself. Eat at your own pace. I'll be here.
Thank you.
Well, since you're done with your meal, we have one more thing to do. You'll need to take these pills. They're antidepressants. They've been prescribed by a doctor to keep any panic attacks at bay.
They're mixed shapes? Seems a little bit strange. Medication's usually pretty uniform. For dosage purposes.
Without them, things could become difficult, and I don't want that for you. I don't want to appear as if I'm forcing you to take some strange pills, especially if you are uncomfortable. That is not my intention. While it's a condition for me to be able to show you the room, the decision is completely yours. Just so you know, regardless of your choice, I will still guide you around the room. And I understand if you choose not to take them. Will you take these pills or not?
Okay, I'll take them. No, I won't. No answer. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but this feels... Take the drugs. This feels strange to have medication that's not all uniform. If I want to do first run just listening to her. I don't know. I don't actually even know if this is like a multiple run type of game. I can only imagine it maybe. You should not do that. Fenris is like, hell yeah, drugs. And Raya's like, hell no, no. I don't trust these shapes.
Well, I have to confess, I feel a twinge of disappointment. Because you see, when we begin to explore your old belongings, you'll likely face a deluge of emotions. And this emotional onslaught, it could simply shatter you, triggering a panic attack and potentially causing you to faint.
Aaron, I feel like I recognize that, like I can hear it. That's a song lyric, right? I feel like I've just got the tune on the tip of my tongue, but who knows, maybe the artist just isn't super knowledgeable of medication. Maybe.
And moreover, your mother was quite insistent that you take these pills. I wouldn't want to face her wrath if you don't. So, I'm going to ask you one last time. Are you absolutely sure you won't take them?
Never mind, don't take the drugs. This feels weird. This setup feels weird. Like, why are you giving me a choice in the matter? If these, like, were really to that much of my benefit, there'd be a doctor here right now being like, look, you have to take these. Don't take the drugs, defy your mother. And, like, presumably this lady, she's like, yeah, this has happened time and again. And yet we're here, doing it again. So what have you done so wrong the past, like, the previous times that we keep ending up in this same... I don't know, I don't trust these pills. I don't trust these pills.
It's odd, really. In the past, you've been more willing to trust
Oh,
me.
I just got an achievement. That's her sad face, like, says, so you don't trust me, huh? And the flavor text under, I'm so disappointed.
But now, for some reason, you've decided to reject both my advice and your mother's. I find it deeply saddening, because I am responsible for you, and I bear the weight of your actions as well. But I won't impose on your decision. So be it. No pills for now.
Okay.
We'll still inspect your room, though. I made a promise, and I intend to keep it. You will see every nook and cranny of your space.
That sounds oddly threatening, but okay.
But before we can embark on that journey, you need to get out of bed. I see that it will be difficult for you to get up, and you'll certainly need my assistance. Give me your hand so I can help you rise.
Hi.
I understand that you are curious and have many questions. Let's do a question and answer session before we check out your room.
What is with their hand? Those are too pointy. Those are too pointy. Like, on one hand, I was thinking, oh, maybe it's artistic style, like stylistic choice. But, like, my fingers when I was holding that note were very normal looking. And hers are like a weird shadow creature. Okay. It's fine.
Choose your questions carefully, because I won't answer them a second time.
Okay.
Of course, you can save and revisit these questions, but where's the thrill in that? Trust your initial instinct. That's my advice. So, what do you want to know?
Where's my mom? Why did I decide to... Yeah, sure, we'll go heavy first. Why did I make an attempt?
Well, I can't tell you straight away, and I can't say I fully understand you in this regard. You have a loving mother, your own room. I believe you should have valued this more. You even had friends and popularity. In some ways, you were fortunate in life. However, that's just my opinion. Sorry.
I wonder if I can still access the... Can I? Settings. Voice volume is up. I'm gonna take the music volume down just a little bit. I feel like the music is drowning out her voice.
You can only come to understand the reasons for your actions by going through your diary. Only then will you better understand yourself. Right now, we are in the question phase, and soon we'll move to the room inspection, and then you will find out everything about yourself. Do you have any other questions?
So many questions. Is this a dream? At the end, will I just fall asleep and everything will repeat? Because, yeah, lady, you've told me I've done this already.
You probably wanted to ask how it all used to end. At the end, you just fall asleep again. So we'll spend the whole day here, and by lunchtime, you'll sleep.
Lunchtime? That's not a lot of time.
When you wake up, you will again remember nothing, but progress is made each time. Your psychiatrist says that it will end soon as you come to terms with your past. Do you have any other questions?
Why do you look so strange? How can I remember everything forever?
Do you mean how to overcome amnesia?
Yeah, sure.
To clarify, you have dissociative amnesia, but it's a bit more severe. Dissociative amnesia involves forgetting personal life, events, and biographical formats while retaining general knowledge.
Huh.
This type of amnesia arises from psychological trauma. In your case, the suicide attempt was a severe trauma.
Fair enough.
Moreover, when you sleep, you can't retain the information from the day. However, I'm not a doctor to tell you how to cure this. I'm only quoting your psychotherapist.
Oh, where is the doctor? Hippocampus stuff is not just a send a random girl in to take care of me situation. I have no short-term memory. And I'm missing all my long-term memory.
The therapist also mentioned that perhaps by coming to terms with the information you recall, you might heal. But obviously, that has not happened yet. Do you have any other questions?
Are you a real person? Because those hands are,
You never cease to amaze me. Or you're just mocking me. Sorry. I understand you have amnesia, so I won't get mad at you. Yes, I'm real. Otherwise, how could I have made you a piece of toast with egg? I don't know what else to say in response. Your graceful attempts to ask questions have ended. Now, we need to look around the room.
I suppose that is a little bit of a weird question if you're on the receiving end as a person. But lady, I don't trust your hands. Oh, okay. Calendar, bed, wall lamp?
This is the plant your mom gave you for your birthday. Surprising it's still alive after so long.
That sounds so menacing.
Just kidding. It's really because you've always taken such good care of it. Lately, with your health troubles, it's your mom who's been looking after it mostly.
Okay, interact only once. Poster? Calendar?
This is a poster of a rock band you liked as a child. You know, you used to buy these posters and stick them up, but later on you thought it was a bad decision.
You know, I also have a whole lot of posters from like my childhood and stuff like that. Even just prints from anime conventions. I don't put them up as often as I should, because I don't want to tape them to the wall in case I ruin them if I have to move them, and I don't want to use tacks for the same reason. So I really just need to get some really big frames and then rotate stuff out.
At least this poster still hangs here, reminding you of your childhood and how you were a huge fan of this band. I think removing the poster is not a good idea. It would take off the wallpaper as well, ruining the look of your apartment. You can continue looking around the room.
Well, thank you for letting me look around my own bedroom. Computer and bed.
I should start by saying that all information I'll share comes from your mother. This is your laptop. You enjoyed listening to audiobooks and playing games.
It's a really wide laptop.
You also use the laptop for your studies. You even made friends online to play games with. This laptop is like an extension of you. You practically spent all your time on it.
Does anybody else know? What is it from? Freakazoid? It's like the mom that peeks into the guy's room and she's like, "You spend far too much time on that computer." And he's like, "It's my life." Her response is like, "That's so very, very sad." It's also like all of us.
As soon as you left school, you initially spent a lot of time on your laptop. Apparently, you were attempting to isolate yourself from reality and its consequences. But soon after, you grew tired of it and stopped playing video games. I'm not sure if it was a good or bad decision, but it definitely changed your life a bit.
Just like me for real.
By the way, you can look into your laptop and see what's there. Want to check?
Sure.
Well then, take a seat in the chair and you can take a look.
I sat down on the chair and opened my laptop. Roommate says hi. Hey, tell them hi back. What the hell is my laptop? Did I really set this horrific picture as my wallpaper? It looks a bit scary. But there are also some files on it. They don't have names. I should hover over them and they can click on the ones that interest me. Yeah, interesting background choice. 2341. Huh, I wonder... It's not quite 2341 for me, but it's definitely a 41. I wonder if it's pulling from my computer time. Nothing? No descriptions? File type? Nothing? Well, wait, time is the same as rise? You know, that can make sense. The developer is Ukraine. If I did a little bit of reading, the developer is Ukrainian. I believe had to leave Ukraine. They may still be somewhere in Europe, so it could be set to what their local time would be? Maybe. Or it's just weird coincidence. Maybe it's just weird coincidence. Because, like, the game... Unless the game has the dialogue changes. Because she talks about how, oh yeah, if it's lunchtime, you're gonna fall asleep again. But, like, if that were the case, her dialogue would have to change if this time matches up to, like, a real, like, a live time. And the wallpaper is just envy. Great. I'm gonna deal with a gigantic wiggling mass. In New Arcadia, a vast city, there was a unique job held by a man named Icarus Finch. He was known as an architect of memories, crafting and molding memories into real-like experiences for people seeking more than their everyday life. Icarus' small studio, high in an old building, was filled with jars and shimmering essences, echoes of laughter, sorrow, and joy. Many visited him, each longing for memories they missed or never had. One rainy night, a ballet dancer named Alara came to Icarus. Her life was a series of rehearsals and brief shows, her movements a display of disciplined grace. But her eyes held uncried tears. She wanted to remember something different. A deep personal love, not the fleeting praise she was used to. Icarus, calm and thoughtful, agreed to help, but warned her. He said that sometimes our hearts want what only real life can give. L.Y.K.A.I.O.S, desperate, agreed. For days, Icarus worked hard. He created a memory of true love for L.Y.K.A.I.O, full of first glances, touches, and whispered words in the quiet night. He made a memory where L.Y.K.A.I.O danced, not for an audience, but for someone who had loved her dearly. When the time came, L.Y.K.A.I.O experienced this memory. She found herself on a starry balcony, dancing with a blurred figure, feeling a love that filled her. She woke up joyful, thanking Icarus for letting her feel love. Icarus, a bit sad, told her it was just a shadow of real love. He knew that true love was something to be discovered and experienced, not made. L.Y.K.A.I.O left, her heart touched by this experience, but soon the memory faded. She realized that real love couldn't be made or remembered. It had to be found and nurtured. So, L.Y.K.A.I.O changed her routine life. She explored New Acadia, making real connections and finding joy in simple movements. And then, in a quiet cafe, she met someone. This time, the spark between them was real, starting a flame no crafted memory could match. Icarus stayed in his studio, creating dreams. He knew some things, like love, were too wild and real for even him to make. They belonged to life, waiting for those brave enough to seek them. Okay. Cute story. Oh boy, we're back on the trauma train. Yeah! I'd like to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride, please. And the community said no. Also, Cecilia, happy early birthday! Yeah, it's not quite there yet. Very, very soon, though. Like, very soon. Well, actually, Rye, for you, you'll cross over, technically, the date sooner than we will. 5:58 p.m. 5:59 p.m. Looks like some social network is there. There's no internet on this laptop, so I can't search for something. Oh, Cecilia, you're still young at heart. You're just distinguished now. But in this social network, I have only one chat with one person named Io. Io? Io. I think I'm gonna go Io, because Io just makes me think E-I-E-I-O. Yeah. I started reading our messages. Io, why are you treating me like this? I just don't want to have anything to do with you. But why? What did I do wrong? Tell me. I'll correct it. You're too pushy towards me. Even now. You're willing to embarrass yourself just to talk to me. That's low. You should value yourself more. But you're my only real friend. Sorry? Don't apologize. I'm the one who should be apologizing. So please forgive me. I hope you find a better friend than me. Why does everything have to be so complicated? How can I fully understand you? Why are human emotions and feelings so complex? I don't understand. I just want to be friends with you, like before. We were never friends. I just talked to you out of pity and used you. Oof! I'm a terrible person. You just dreamed of a friend to walk with, play with, and share jokes with. That's your ideal, right? And you projected it onto me. But I don't really want to talk to you. I'm not really interested in everything you send or share. Not even interested in how you're doing. I just got a politeness. Although I don't even remember the last time I did. I've been silent about this for so many years, and finally I can speak out. This feeling is priceless. I'm just as insecure as you, which is why I couldn't tell you this all right away. It's a pity I'm saying this so late, but it's better late than never. You continue to live in a lie in a colorful world where I'm your best friend, where internet friends will definitely meet, where everyone cares about each other. What kind of magical world is that? You know what else? Your childish behavior really annoyed me. You often got upset when I ignored you. You don't understand that sometimes people find it hard to gather their thoughts and respond. You acted like a child, as if everyone owes you something. No, they don't. You owe it to yourself. You need to be your own friend. No one else will help you grow up, and stop being such a selfish child. That's why you're better off without me. This is my last message, after which I'm deleting my account. Bye. Sorry. Well. Okay. That was a... I feel like there's a better way they could have handled that. But... I guess if it's also something that's... I don't know, if it's been years, I feel like they could have handled that a lot better over the years and not just all at once. Bye. Jeez. This is gonna be a video. Game? Round 1. Oh god. Am I shooting things? I did it. Good job. Round 2. Round 3. Oh, there's time. Oh, there's bullets and lives up there. Okay. This is strange. Why did 1 4 only have 1 to shoot? And 5. Oh, there we go. Want to try again? Sure? Achievement. Wow, so you're a gamer? It's like the loading screens from Bayonetta. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? This, like, cheering is kind of weird. Oops. Oops. I want to try again. No, I'm good. Thanks. That was fun. More text document. In the future, cities float in the sky and people can reach the stars. That's cute. Hey, he kind of looks like Scribblenauts guy. Sorry, I still got a little bit of a throat thing going on. There was a robot named L.Y.K.A.I.O.S, the last of his kind. He was special because he could understand and show human feelings, made to connect people and machines. L.Y.K.A.I.O.S lived in a big, empty city that people had left to live amongst the stars. He walked around the tall buildings and quiet streets, remembering the humans who created him. He saw their happy and sad times in his memory. L.Y.K.A.I.O.S often wondered if he could really feel things, or if he was just copying what he saw. One day, as the sun was setting, L.Y.K.A.I.O.S found an old teddy bear. It was old and worn out, but L.Y.K.A.I.O.S liked it a lot. He called it Tim and always took it with him, like a friend. Years passed and L.Y.K.A.I.O.S started to break down. He moved slowly and didn't work as well, but he kept hoping people would come back. One night, L.Y.K.A.I.O.S stopped working near a fountain under the stars. He understood something important. Feelings connect everyone, whether they are real or not, and they are a part of everything. Holding Tim, L.Y.K.A.I.O.S stopped working with a peaceful smile. He wasn't sure if his feelings were real, but he felt calm and connected to the humans he had never met, but knew from memories. The city stayed quiet, a reminder of the past, but L.Y.K.A.I.O.S' story stayed, showing how everyone looks for connection and tries to understand feelings. Okay, that was very abrupt! Kinda reminded of Love, Death, and Robots a little bit. Good show! Little anthology. I always think of the Zima Blue one. Which was also a short story that was then adapted into the animation for Love, Death, and Robots. Anyway, also good. ALOS stands for Adjusted Expected Length of Stay. Hospital stay estimate. Wait, really? Like, no joke? You're quoting something, but... Maybe? Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was actually a thing somewhere. Like, what? In a big city, there was a small old bookstore hidden between huge buildings. This was Julian's special place. He loved books, and he looked after the bookstore. He had lots of stories to tell, but his own story hadn't happened yet. Then, one rainy Tuesday, everything changed. A girl named Amelia came into the store. She had eyes like the storm outside and a mysterious smile. She wanted a book from the top shelf, a book Julian didn't even know existed. When he got the book for her, their hands touched for a second, and it felt like a new story was starting. As Amelia kept visiting the bookstore, she and Julian got closer. They talked quietly amongst the old books, laughed together, shared secrets. Julian started to fall in love with her. But Amelia always seemed a bit sad. Julian could see it in her smile and her eyes. He didn't ask why, because he didn't want to ruin what they had. One day, as the sun was setting, Amelia looked really sad. She told Julian something hard to hear. "I'm sick," she said, "and there's no cure. I came here to get away from it all, to be in stories where everything ends happily and love lasts forever. Don't show her the fault in our stars." After that, everything changed. Time, which once made their love grow, now felt like it was running out. Julian wanted to make every moment count. They'd spent all their time together, making their love story stronger, even though they knew it would have to end. One cold day, when the leaves were gone, Amelia passed away. Julian was with her, holding her hand. The room was very quiet, like when you finish a really good book. After Amelia was gone, the bookstore felt different to Julian. It was full of memories of her. He kept looking after the books, but he was never the same. The top shelf, where Amelia's book was, got dusty. It was like a reminder of the girl who had changed his life. Now, in the quiet corners of the bookstore, if you listen carefully, it feels like their love story is still there. Julian talks to Amelia's memory, telling her stories. Their love lives in the quiet moments in the bookstore. Hi.
Well, do you have some questions about your laptop?
Fenris is googling Aeolus, and that's the closest you could find. All their results are Aeolus, the Greek god of winds. Oh, okay. Those stories, I write them?
Yes, you really did. As you can see, not every story has a happy ending. But you're always trying to make stories with happy endings, like those in movies. I think the story with the ballet dancer shouldn't have ended like that.
Mm.
That ending was so stupid. Like, what? Why?
Hey!
The story could have ended when Alara realizes the memories are fading and she's not happy anymore. The part about her finding a new love interest is so far-fetched.
Look, I just came out of an attempt, and I'm regaining my memory, lady. Morana, I don't need this right now. I don't need this right now. Can't you just be supportive?
But the other stories? I really enjoyed them. You're a good writer, I think. Oh, no. I just confessed to looking at your laptop. Sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm just a bit tired from work, and when you sleep, I read those stories. Or I go to internet forums. They're funny, I think. Sorry, again.
Mm.
But since you don't have much information on your laptop anyway, it's not a problem at all. You can continue looking around the room.
Thanks. What else is there? Just the bed? Nothing with the curtains or the radiators? Oh, the mirror. No painting?
Another poster.
A poster.
But this one you bought when you were a bit older. You were a fan of anime, it seems. But since you were a child, you mostly watched romance. I understand you. I was the same. Only later do you realize that such things don't happen in real life.
You mean my anime about the bread baking competition and bringing people back from the dead don't happen in real life?
Or do they? Maybe it just hasn't happened to you yet.
This is me plugging Yakitate Japan again. It is delightful.
Don't lose hope. Anything can happen in the future, right? But that's not really important. Later, you regretted buying the poster, but you can't take it down because it would ruin the wallpapers.
Looks like Death of the Unending? Like her? This style? I don't know what that is, Demi. Death of the Unending. I'll look into it later. You know, wallpaper can be replaced. Dead.
This is the coziest place on the planet. Oh god, if it were up to me, I would sleep in bed all my life. I know it's not much different from death, but I love dreaming, so death is not an option.
Mood.
Though who knows? Maybe we really do dream after we die. Think about it.
Death of the Unending is one of those famous characters in Neil Gaiman's works on Sandman graphic novel for the DC Universe. Oh, okay. I don't really know much of anything about Sandman. Sonification of Death. Okay, I think I've seen some artwork of it before. Another person I know quite likes the Sandman series. What? What? Right, what?
But let's not talk about me, right? It's about you. This is the bed you sleep in. Usually, you just lie there and stare at the ceiling. As a child, it seemed you had fun glow-in-the-dark stickers that you would gaze at for a long time when you couldn't sleep.
Right, I haven't watched all the gaming stuff. I haven't watched American Gods either. Also, I also used to have star stickers in my old bedroom, like my childhood bedroom, before like we peeled them off the ceiling because my parents moved several years ago. They downsized because they just didn't need the whole house anymore with like the kids gone, or kids mostly gone. But I used to have glow in the dark stars on my ceiling as well. I thought they were called the Endless. I guess it's the same thing. Same thing depending on translation. Oh, okay. Is there anything else I can move around in the room? Oh, book. Wait.
This is your diary, the most important thing you have. And reading it might take some time. But since you've clicked on it, you definitely need to read it.
Wait, what do you mean since I've clicked on it? Why do you recognize that I'm clicking on things? Excuse me, lady? Not that I've picked it up, that I've clicked on it? I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I know, right? Lady. Lady.
I won't disturb you during this time. Read at your own pace. If you want to share your emotions after reading, I'll be glad to listen.
You're like FaceTiming me into the room or something? No, but you had me sit down in the chair earlier. Fourth wall break. I saw Marana sit down on a chair next to my table and close her eyes. Apparently, with such a job, she gets very little sleep. I carefully picked up the diary and sat on the bed. It looked like a regular book. I didn't have all that many pages, but the book still seemed thick. Perhaps because I'd read it so many times, the book had become slightly misshapen, adding to its thickness. I don't know what awaits inside, and the atmosphere starts to get tense. Overcoming my anxiety, I finally open the diary's first page and begin to read. August 22nd, 2017. Hello. I decided to start a diary because Ria told me it helps understand oneself and improves relationships with others. Basically, she seemed to be promoting it to me, so I bought a notebook and will try to write down everything happening in my life. Honestly, I don't think this will last long since I'm not a very consistent person. I can't do the same thing every day, but we'll see. Maybe it'll work out? I was awful at keeping a diary as a kid. I know people wrote in those things like every day, and now I'm like, I'd write an entry, and then I'd go write another entry when I'm like, I should probably write an entry, and it'd be like several weeks or several months later, it's like, yes. I'm not a journaler. It's hard for me to write. I don't even know what I want to write about. What did I do today? Went to school, talked with friends, came home, did my homework. Now I'm just sitting at home. My mom's not home as usual. I have nothing to do. Well, technically I have a lot I could do, like self-improve, prepare more for my lessons, play computer games, but I prefer to lie on the bed and stare at the ceiling. I don't know if everyone's as lazy as me or what it's called. Procrastination, I think. Not sure about the spelling. When you can become anyone in this world, work hard, live your passion, but you choose to just lie on the bed. I think in the future I'll read my diary and I might not understand. Maybe even blame myself for something. I'm tired. Yes, I have many friends at school. I get good grades, and I even hang out with friends outside. I always smile and joke around them, trying to stay positive, but when I come home, I feel sadness and loneliness. Nothing seems to help. Not video games, not studying, even food. Maybe I'm just not in the mood. Honestly, thank you, diary. I feel like I vented to someone. Crying on a shoulder. Feel a little better. But not getting an answer back is hard. It's like talking to a wall. Maybe I don't need a reply? Your purpose might be there for anyone who wants to share something privately but is afraid to. Anyway, I'll go now. 04/09 2017. So we went August 22nd, September 4th. Hello again, diary. It's been 2 days since school started. These days are normal. Rhea and I sat together, joked during breaks, and had lunch together. Today, I brought her the cookies I baked at home. She shared a tasty salad with me. She loved the cookies. Rhea is a genuinely kind person. We have a lot in common. She's not into video games. She prefers studying. She's really dedicated. I don't have that drive, even though I get the same grades as her. I feel like school just prepares us to be perfect workers. It's like, do this, do that, don't question things. Or else you'll get the lowest mark. Or in job setting, you might get fired. September 13th, 2017. Hello, diary. Recently, our class has asked to write an essay about friendship. I spent a long time thinking about what to write. I have many friends, but what does this essay really want from me? Should I worry more about what the teacher thinks rather than what I truly feel? It's so absurd. At first, I wrote an essay expressing my real emotions, a real opinion that friends are just a way to avoid feeling lonely. After rereading it, I realized the teacher wouldn't like it. I tried to write something that would get me a good grade, but the problem was I sat with that paper for over an hour and couldn't think of anything. I decided not to submit the essay and got the lowest mark. I chose not to tell my mom about it. She doesn't seem to care much about me anyway. If I had submitted the essay of my honest feelings, they might have sent me to a psychiatrist or even suspended me from school. What's life? October 18th, 2017. Hello again. Sorry for not writing for so long. Nothing new happened. As usual, I hung out with Rhea, played video games, slept, and of course, went to school. But something happened recently that threw me off. As I mentioned, I have many friends, including guys, and mostly play video games with them. And recently, one of the guys confessed his feelings to me. Diary, you can't imagine my surprise. I mean, I've seen some girls flirting with guys and vice versa, but I always set boundaries and no one ever flirted with me. I never cared about such things and never even thought about it. But for the first time in my life, someone confessed to me. He just said it, honestly and openly, feeling it wasn't fair to keep it a secret from me and wanted an honest answer. I don't know how to respond to him because I don't feel that strong love described in movies or books. Still, I'm really flustered by all this. I'm even embarrassed to write to you about it because I'm usually so down when I talk to you, but now I'm smiling as I write this. It feels so unusual. November 2nd, 2017. Hello again. I remember the last time I wrote about the guy who confessed to me. Well, we're seeing each other now. It's not like we're officially together and act like a couple, we're just hanging out and getting to know each other. Throughout this time, I realized I like him. And I'm now really worried about what will happen next since he hasn't asked me about my feelings yet. If he does, I'll be so embarrassed. All of this is overwhelming me. Lately, I seem happier and even started turning down Rhea's offers to hang out. She's quite puzzled because I haven't told her who I've been spending time with, but I think she suspects I have a boyfriend. She even started teasing me about it. To be honest, I'm a bit scared. Soon, we'll be applying to colleges, choosing our dream professions, or staying in school for 2 more years. I think I'm not very sure about what I want to do, so I'll stay in school for another 2 years. Thoughts of the future upset me. I don't want to think about it. I've got a strange feeling that something's wrong with me. I love to draw, especially different creatures, for instance. I recently drew a chubby black cat during class. My imagination can run wild sometimes. But in class, believe it or not, I thought I saw that exact cat I drew walking into our room looking so real. I instantly knew it wasn't real and laughed it off, blaming it on being tired from school. But deep down, I'm worried and scared. I know mental health issues can be inherited. I had a grandfather who took his own life. My mom often spoke of him, remembering him as a great man, and cried for him. She said he lost his mind after my grandmother's death. I'll never meet him, though I wish I could have talked to him. It's a pity. I don't romanticize mental disorders like movies do. I think it's not normal and should be treated, otherwise people can completely lose their minds. Anyway, that's the weird situation I experienced. Twisting. Okay. Ads are about to run in like 30 seconds. That was heavy. Ads are about to run in 30 seconds, and I should get some water, especially because I didn't quite realize I'd be doing this much reading. So I'm gonna go put us to the Be Right Back screen, put a little bit of music on, look at the ads running, and then, and yeah, we'll be back and we'll keep going through this girl's diary. This sounds so weird. We'll be back to continue reading this girl's diary. It's our diary. We'll be back and continue to read our diary. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Ciao. Gamba, 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 gamba. What's it gonna be? Time to lose points. Coin flip. Okay. Start a prediction. Heads or tails. Start prediction. Hey Globe, good to see ya. You're right in time for the gamba. Aaron, no, we're not doing this again. Yes, we are. Hey Globe, yeah, we gamba now. 1,200 points in tails, 100 points in heads. All in, or you coward. I don't even know. I don't know what the point economy is looking like right now, because Silent had a lot. But then Silent, like, blew a whole bunch on banning himself, and then a bunch on putting a fish into the bond, and then more on just fishing a lot. I am coward then. It's funny. I have 613. My friend Riss is saving up for his fishies. Ferret too expensive. I do admittedly I have the ferret price a little high, but it's mostly because that thing takes up screen space, and I don't quite want it taking up screen space too often. Like occasionally it's fine, but oh my gosh, I don't want the thing happening like 10 times a stream. It'd just be too much. Automod, chill, it's okay. Okay, you guys can 2.2k, 1.2, oh gosh. People going all in. I have the feeling nobody else is gonna gamble. I'm just gonna potentially get a miserable return of 100 points. No, map, no, look at it. It's going up. Both sides are in the thousands at this point. Okay, where was I? Diary. November 21st, 2017. Hello, diary. Life goes on as usual, but I want to vent. Maybe even cry a little. I think something terrible is happening to me, and I'm too scared to tell my mom, even though I know I should. I don't want to become like some movie psychopath or schizophrenic. I hate the idea. Only fools romanticize that, as these are scary diseases, and people do horrible things when they suffer from them. Recently, I read a story about a woman who killed her own kids overnight because she was schizophrenic. Fenrir's going all in. From what I understand about this illness, you see creatures or places that aren't real, just in your mind. That's been my feeling lately. Oh, Globe, yeah, just as a heads up, this game is quite heavy. Like, it opened up with our main character making an attempt on her life. So, if that sort of topic isn't up your alley, no offense taken if you got a dip. Oh god, I remember that news article? She thought her children were wild hogs. Wait, that was a real... Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that it was a real thing. It sounds plausible enough. She thought her kids were wild hogs. Oh gosh. There's it was super real. Yeah, there was a guy here, not here exactly where I am, but I know there's a guy in Canada as well. I think he's quite infamously known as the Greyhound bus killer. This guy, like, attacked another dude, like, cut off his head and started eating him. And it's really unfortunate because, there's still a lot of people are like, no, they can't let him out, they can't let him roam free, they can't let him back into society and stuff like that. They're like, he did this, he should be locked up for life. Or like he'll get used as an example of like, oh, the criminal justice program is like a sham because this guy got let off as not guilty, or like not exactly not guilty, like not criminally responsible, but it's a whole thing because this guy was like seriously suffering from psychosis, and he thought that God was telling him to kill this person, but he thought God was telling him to kill the devil, which happened to be this person. and that if he didn't like consume him, then he'd just essentially like reform and come back to life again. So this person legitimately thought he was doing something as willed by God, but yeah, it wasn't just a whole state of mind. You don't think you've ever heard about this, really? Fenris, it actually, I guess depending what kind of class, it was the Vincent Lee case. He goes by a different name now because he's been released. He's been released kind of with like he has to stay on his medication and stuff like that. I think he has to check in with a person on the regular too to make sure he's still taking his medication. But yeah, he had no idea what was going on, and when he finally they got him back into a proper state of mind. He just felt so guilty about it. He was just even asking people. He's like, I can't believe I've done this. He felt horrible. He was asking people to take his life in return, kind of thing. It's a really sad case, because this Vincent person, people are like, oh, he's evil, and of my opinion, he wasn't evil. He was sick. He was very sick. And it's just a sad case all around for the guy that was killed and this guy that was involved. And I don't really feel like there was a good guy and a bad guy in this kind of thing. It was just a very unfortunate situation all around. Hey, talking about the guy who killed the man on the bus? Yep. Hey, Orvia, how's it going? I saw you were also playing this one, weren't you? But yeah, we were just talking about, because our main character here brought up the woman who killed her 2 kids, and Cecilia has mentioned that apparently it was a real thing. And yeah, I started talking about. Wait, I can. There you go. Yeah, and I tangented a little bit to talk about the Vincent Lee, the Greyhound bus killer situation, and how unfortunate is too light to put it, but it was I read about it and had to study and stuff like that for some university classes I was taking, and overall I think it was just a really sad situation for everybody involved. Yeah, he was just like I was saying earlier, the man, I don't think he's evil, but he was incredibly sick. You'll be watching a true crime doc on that later. Yeah, Orfeo is I raided into them the other week when we were playing Slay the Princess. And yeah, they also Orfeo, did you finish this game in your one sitting? I don't actually have no idea how long it is. I finished up Slay the Princess. You did one ending. Oh, okay, so there'll be a multiple ending. How long did that take you? Ish. I don't really have a deadline tonight, but I'm kind of wondering. There's like 7 of them. Oh, okay. About 3-ish hours on one ending? Okay, that's pretty good. It's a good chunk there. I so far have gone the route of like, no, I'm not taking the pills, and I've been clicking all the stuff on the room, and this Morena person is like, oh, you clicked on the book. I'm like, excuse me, what do you mean I clicked on the book? Shouldn't I have picked up the book? I'm very suspicious of her. Also, Mapno, you still there? Sweet tangent. Mapno, yeah, exclamation point flip. Do that, coin. You've got a long way to go. Okay, sounds good. But hope you're doing well, Orphea. What is it gonna be? Tails is a number, heads is the rocket. Oh, it's a tails. Okay, let me get that prediction done. Here's outcome. The minority wins. 45% voted tails. Flip it. Flip it good. Don't gamble what you don't have. So, 4K paid out to Mapno and Fenris. Nice. You tossed coins to every decision in this game. Oh, okay. My first run, I'm just going with my gut feeling. We're just flipping coins because I have like a gambling redeem for betting channel points, and one of the options is a coin flip on it. So, although that is actually we did that in Slay the Princess. We had a situation where I was so undecisive about what I wanted to do, and chat was like split down the middle on what they wanted to do. So we flipped a coin and Slay the Princess. Okay, where was I? 1.3K. Fenris can fish, or you could redeem another mink. I've started seeing weird creatures, especially when I'm bored. Like during classes, I see them often, and it's hard to get rid of them unless I distract myself. I know I should tell my mom, but I'm terrified of being diagnosed or accepting that I might never be able to live normally in society. be like death to me since I no longer be ordinary. I'm still thinking about it, but I'll write more if there are any updates. December 17th, 2017. I did it. I told my mom today. It was hard, and seeing her reaction was painful. The look in her eyes and her expression said it all. She might see me as a monster. Or maybe she doesn't believe me and thinks it's just a teenage prank. I don't know. It took a lot of time and effort to get it out and find the right moment. I don't know what to do next. This is the first page I've cried on. Sorry. It's just very hard for me. I want to tell others, but people might avoid me. No one wants to be around someone like me, I'm sure of it. I might go mad and hurt them, or myself. Who knows what other horrible things might happen. So, I'll keep quiet until the end. For now, my mom and I have scheduled an appointment with a psychiatrist she knows. I don't know my diagnosis yet, I'm just fearing the worst. Life's been tough, especially when things are finally starting to get better. I've been in a relationship with a boy, my relationships with my friends are better than ever, my school grades are good. Okay, diary, I'll write when I have the strength. Goodbye. December 26, Boxing Day, 2017. Schizophrenia. It's hereditary. I got it from my grandfather. I've been removed from school, but my mom arranged for me to be treated at home because the quality of the mental institution is terrible. I didn't say goodbye to Rhea. It was too hard. I'll probably tell her I transferred schools and moved away. I haven't talked to my boyfriend since my last diary entry. In fact, I've been ignoring him. I know I'm being horrible to them, but maybe it's better they never knew me. It hurts me to do this. I cry every night. Sometimes we need to be cruel so people can be disappointed and move on and forget about us. I'm hurting them and myself. But their pain will pass. They'll move on. Find someone else. And I want to believe they'll be okay. Things will never be okay for me again. Not because of my mood, but because of the illness. No one knows how to cure it. No pills will help. The hallucinations will become more and more real. Scarier and scarier. And there'll be more of them. I don't want to think about it. It's just too terrifying. Since I left school, I'll have to study at home and focus on self-education. Starting the new year, my life will change entirely. December 30th, 2017. New Year is coming soon, but unsurprisingly, I'm not in the mood. I think I made the right decision by distancing myself from everyone. Like my boyfriend, for instance. Our relationship would never have worked out. It's not because I'm bad or can't act normally. I'm not crazy. But relationships have goals, like starting a family. I look ahead, and I don't want my children to experience what I'm going through now. It's better for both Rhea and him to move on in life. I'm getting incredibly bored these days since I'm not attending school, so I entertain myself by imagining various creatures. Of course, I could play video games all day, but I'm tired of that. When you're free to do anything, it's hard to enjoy things you once found pleasant after some time. January 19th, 2018. The New Year's already passed. Mom and I celebrated it together. Dad didn't even call, let alone visit. Honestly speaking, I'm not that mad at Dad, but my mom is very angry with him and doesn't want to see him. He found a new family and left us. It's not that he found a family, he just found some young girl, a student. I understand that my mom's very disgusted by this and that he left us for his own pleasure, but I think she needs to move on in life. By that, I mean find a new man who will love her and move on. The only problem is my presence. I completely ruined that possibility. But my mom loves me very much despite this and works hard for my sake, but what's the point of all this when I don't have a future? It's why I think it'd been better if I didn't exist. January 24th, 2018. I don't want to write this hello diary anymore, because I see no point. It's too close to home. It's heavy. Honestly, I see no point in writing here either. I feel so bad that the only thing I can do is draw to distance myself from everything. The hallucinations are getting scarier, but I'm used to them. Sometimes I hear voices, but they're more like noise. My psychiatrist prescribed me antidepressants and antipsychotics, but she noted that they might have some side effects. On top of that, I can't sleep at night, so I've been prescribed some sleeping pills. One sleeping pill usually doesn't help, so I take 2. And now I seem to consume these damn pills instead of food, which aren't helping. I mean, they cost a lot of money, and my mom stays late at work more often. She changed shifts, and I barely see her now. I feel terrible because I fear that these voices will become more than just noise and I'll start listening to them. I don't want that. I don't want anything. January 29th, 2018. Well, hello, diary. Yes, I wrote earlier that I wouldn't write like this, but who cares? I drew some works and I'll paste them on to you now. I hope you like it. Stay positive. I'm tired. What the fuck? Shit work. Wait, is this Marana? It looks a lot like her. Was I familiar with her before? Why didn't she tell me about it? Or even then, was she with me because my mom couldn't be? But why didn't I write about this event in the diary? I looked in her direction. She was still asleep, right where she was. I need to ask her, but after I finish reading everything. I open the diary again and continue reading. February 10th, 2018. Today I had a fight with my mom. She called me a mistake, said I do nothing, that I'm a burden, and called me stupid. I understand she said it out of emotion, but she was telling the truth and only the truth. I have no friends, no job prospects with such a diagnosis, and all I do is take pills that cost an incredible amount of money and don't even help. I can't even talk to anyone. I can't tell strangers on the internet about my diagnosis. I want pity. Just want to confide in someone, on someone's shoulder. But what's the point? If I cry, will everything suddenly become good? No. Nothing can help me now, and I need to accept that. At least Ria was right to suggest I keep a diary. Thank you, Ria. Without the diary, I would have killed myself a long time ago. March 23rd, 2018. Hello and goodbye at the same time, diary. I decided today to overdose on all the pills prescribed to me. I see no point in living and trying. I don't want any of this. Fear gripped me and I felt goosebumps. On this exact date, I decided to end my life, but after that attempt, everything became worse. I wanted to do my best, but it turned out, even now, I don't think I made the right decision. Maybe it's because my memory's faded. If I do have schizophrenia, it's not that big a deal, so why did I leave my friends and my boyfriend? I understand that can be terrifying, but why did I make my life so complicated? From the moment I decided to leave my friends, I chose suicide. Okay, that should not be the main focus right now. What's important to me now is I find out who she really is, and her drawing could have been in my diary. Close the diary and approach Marana. Wake up. She ignores me and doesn't wake up. Goosebumps again. And breathe. Really scared to touch her. I don't know. I'm very afraid. I can't see her face while she's sleeping. It's covered by her hair. I had no other choice. I gathered courage and touched her. She quickly grabbed my hand with her terrifying black hands. Okay, at least they recognize that those hands are black. It's not just a stylistic choice. I still couldn't see her face. I tried to break free from her grasp, but these attempts were unsuccessful. Visions start in my eyes. I begin to see weird monsters laughing at me. Their voices echo loudly in my head, and I can't say anything. Marana starts squeezing my hand tighter.
Oh my god, how can someone be so stupid? I just can't anymore. Where is your intelligence? How can someone be like that? Haven't you tried thinking? I am not real, and even a fool would understand that, right?
I asked earlier.
Even someone who hit their head 100 times could figure that out. But the nonsense in the diary that you made up, do you really believe all that? I understand it's a very sad story, but even this sad story is made up by you. Why invent such a tragic story for yourself? For a friend and a boyfriend? You hate the truth, don't you? Well, think about it again. Truth is, you never had any friends. You didn't have a Ria or a boyfriend either. You made them up, just like you made me up. Practically everything you wrote in the diary is not true, but fiction. Think about it again. You write in your diary about how your boyfriend and your friend ignored the fact that you suddenly disappeared. What nonsense is that? Think if you really had friends and a boyfriend, they wouldn't know where you live? That sounds illogical. Very illogical. Damn it, illogical. Do you really think they wouldn't visit you if you suddenly disappeared? Something like, oh, my best friend disappeared without telling me anything, and I'll just do absolutely nothing. Or, yes, I love her, but she disappeared and I'll just accept it. That sounds stupid.
Hey Tetra, welcome back.
Don't tell me you actually believe they would continue their lives with your disappearance.
Oh, thank you for the posture check and the hydrate.
Even considering that you're in school and you are practically children who can't do anything in this situation, your friends or your boyfriend wouldn't abandon you. They would try to find you. Something might have happened to you. Do you understand what I mean? But unfortunately, all of this is just your imagination. No one is going to look for you.
Miranda's like the voice of reason? I guess so. Kind of. Or... I don't know, would voice of reason really also just be like, no one is ever going to look for you kind of thing?
In reality, you're just a
Kind of.
girl with schizophrenia and a bunch of psychological disorders who doesn't leave her home.
Sushi.
You've had this illness since childhood. You didn't go to kindergarten or school because of it.
Oh.
And your mom kept you at home. You hardly saw the sunlight in your life. Not that it's her fault. She was scared to let you out among people because you always acted strangely and other children always laughed at you and bullied you.
Okay, take care, Fenris. I'll catch you later.
Your father left your family not because of some student he found, but because of you, and you know it. It's all because of you.
Take care.
You've gotten too caught up in your own play. I'm tired of being in it. I'm leaving. Stay by yourself and enjoy the solitude, since you love to suffer, right?
Miranda got up and left, slamming the door loudly behind her. She appeared upset, even though she was also angry. I'm somewhat confused by what she said, and it doesn't fully register in my mind. Should I go after her? Sure, let's go after her. Suddenly, I spotted a strange creature on my bed, looking at me with its peculiar eyes. Oh, are you leaving already? Everyone leaves. New game, new mental issues? Yeah, sorry, throat. The game developer reached out to me about a week and a half ago after watching me play some Slay the Princess and asked if I'd like to try their new game. They just released it, like 4 days ago? But it's another, like, psychological visual novel. It gets quite heavy at times. It gets quite heavy. It seems our protagonist has at least schizophrenia, and the game opened with the story of how they tried to take their life. So yeah, it's another heavy game. As seems to be the reputation I'm developing. Is it good? It's been very interesting so far. I'm not very far in. I'm only like an hour 10 minutes in. Just started it today. I have no idea what this thing is. I missed some parts because of dinner. Ah, don't worry. You didn't miss too much. The beginning was, yeah, she made an attempt on her life. She woke up. That purple hair girl, Morena, was there to like saying she was here to take care of me and help walk me through things, and that apparently I lose my memory like every day after I wake up again. Haven't seen a doctor, haven't seen my parents, haven't seen anyone except her, and now this thing. Everyone leaves. I'm not surprised, you're not an exception. Fine, I release you. Go on. Just be careful, okay? Are you? Okay. A strange yet unexpectedly charming monster. But I'm off to follow Morana. I'll return to this creature later. I see a corridor. A long corridor. Crystar would be a good game to stream? I haven't heard of it. I see, and directly opposite my room, another room. It's wedged open with various linens. That's odd. But maybe Morana went in there. At some point, I become fearless and push the door open. I don't think there are words that could describe what I felt at that moment. I was dumbfounded. The smell was revolting, and out of horror, I covered my face with my sweater. I don't understand. Who is this? What is this? Suddenly, I hear the sound of grinding teeth coming from behind me and sense something approaching. I feel like I should turn my own volume down. I just don't want somebody screeching at Mock whatever in my ear.
Why are you so afraid, darling? Can't even turn your head. Am I that terrifying to you? You're insulting me with this kind of behavior. If you don't turn around in 10 seconds, I will kill you.
Dad? I don't know.
I am counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Why?
Good girl.
Hi.
I thought that you were really stupid, but I see some progress. Oh, well, well. Who do I see?
Oh, this is.
A little girl, lost in her own mind.
Oh, this was the thing I was shooting in the video game.
Did you get lost, dear? It must have been very scary to see what you saw.
You love this part? It's good to hear.
I understand you like no one else. It's okay. Sooner or later, this was bound to happen. What you see is your mother, or rather, what's left of her.
Oh, shit, did I kill my own mom?
Ah, yes. Who did this to her, you ask, right? You did.
Of course.
You did this.
I don't believe you. You're not real.
Well, you just said something quite obvious. Indeed, I'm not real.
And yet we're talking.
But to you, I am real. I'm your consciousness that has taken this form. Believe it or not, I don't need your trust. It's worthless. You're a sick person who should kill yourself. It's all your fault. Your fault that your mother has been decomposing for a week under her bed.
Oh my god, a week?
If it weren't for you, she would be alive.
And under her bed? We just easily put the body there, right?
And you, a criminal who deserves nothing but jail. But personally, I think it's better to kill yourself than to live a life like yours. Don't you think? Ah, wait. Your look. I know what it says. You don't just disbelieve me. You want to see evidence. Well, you could have said so straight away. I will gladly show and tell you everything in detail. In the smallest details. It was a regular evening, and you had a fight with your mom. been arguing quite a bit lately, mostly about trivial things, and it no longer surprised you. You had gotten used to it. But at some point, your mom began to lose her mind with anger towards you. She got so angry that she started hurling terrible insults at you. She kept repeating one word. Wretch. Perhaps she said more, but all you could hear was the echoing word. Wretch. Let's talk more about how exactly you killed her. You don't remember? No? Look, do you see the broken vase on the floor? With that vase still filled with flowers, you tried to kill her as she turned toward the window.
Oh, Tatra, congratulations on being allowed to change that.
Honestly, you hesitated at first, but after grabbing the huge vase and hearing her insult you, you seemed to get a taste for it. I was telling you to do it at that moment. You know, to add a bit of courage, since you were always too timid to take bold actions. And at one point, after mustering a great deal of courage, you took a last breath before... Boom! Your mom had no opportunity to grasp what happened. But you missed when you threw the vase. Like I said, you're not good at this. But wait, what happened next? Your mom looked at you, not fully comprehending what you just did. Scared, you ran to the kitchen. Or maybe you wanted to run away from home. I'm not sure. Your mom chased after you, not understanding what was happening. You're in the kitchen. Your mom's in the kitchen. But there's a difference. You're standing next to a branded, huge, sharpened knife, which you take in your hand,
Okay, don't worry.
and you point it at your mother. Your mother, naturally, is in total shock. She tells you, don't do anything stupid, with a trembling, frightened voice. You, like a complete rag, start to cry. That's very much your style. But then you even surprised me. Suddenly, your expression turned hateful, and you stopped crying. Before that, your mom tried to say something, to apologize, but you didn't hear those words. Everything was like in a fog. And what do you think happened next? I think you know and suspect what happened next. You plunge that huge knife into your mother's heart with momentum.
That is a really big knife, too, just for a kitchen knife.
Blood under pressure from the heart can enter the bronchi and trachea, causing blood to be coughed up. This can occur if the injury creates a passage between the heart cavity and the large vessels of the bronchi. I'm mentioning this because, after a few seconds of shock, your mother began to cough up blood and begged you for help, but you just watched it all happen, emotionless. Moreover, as she pleaded with you to help, to come to your senses, you made it even worse. You began to finish her off with the knife, with fierce hatred. I counted 28 stab wounds.
I'm sorry. Why did it have to be 28? 28 stab wounds just makes me think of Detroit Become Human, and Connor's like, in his delivery, it's just like 28 stab wounds again and again and again. Which, serious topic, but somebody edited a video, so it's just Connor saying again and again 28 times, and that's all I can think of when I hear, on the off chance, the number 28 with the word stab wounds. Better than 69 stab wounds. Also, Frost Mage. Sounds cool. 28 Starbucks wounds again and again. I'll find that Connor video later. Why does it have to be 28? Why is it 28?
And you laughed. You laughed very hard. With difficulty, you dragged her body to a room. Later, you washed the blood off the floor as if nothing had happened. You propped a rag against the door to stop the smell of the corpse from spreading, closed it, and never entered again.
Oh, that's what they meant by the linens. I thought they meant the door was propped open with the linens.
You're probably in shock, aren't you?
I don't know. I don't know where the truth lies. Am I really capable of such a thing? Or was it not me, and this isn't my house at all? It's all so strange. How does the RNG claim work? Do you pull the winner at the end of stream? I run the giveaway right now, I run the giveaway when it is popped. And then everyone has a chance to, I think command is !RNG, and it'll put you into this list to be drawn for a gift sub. And then at the end of the 5 minutes, it's like you have to, whoever wins has to type in !claim to actually claim it. And then if it's to this channel, I'll do it immediately. If it's to a different channel, I'll contact you after. But yeah, it goes on cooldown and only pops every 5 days, 6 days. I have it on a several day cooldown just so I'm not doing this like every stream. My head hurts. It hurts very badly. It's splitting. In the last second, I just saw darkness before my eyes and collapsed to the floor, hitting my head hard. I didn't wake up from the comfort of someone stroking my hair. In actuality, I woke up because of the terrible smell of the corpse lying next to me. I instinctively moved away from it, struggled to my feet, propped a towel against the door, and closed it. There were no more monsters. And that red one was also gone. I could consider myself safe, but what should I do? Calling emergency services was risky because even if I'm not a murderer, I might still end up in jail. Should I check the medicine cabinet? Call someone? Go to the kitchen? But for what reason? What else can I do? I honestly don't know. Okay, the first aid kit is of no use. The kitchen let's just call 911. Get this body out of this house. Rana said the phone was on the table. I found a small phone there. She hadn't lied at all. Phone was charged, and I even managed to dial 911. Damn, no signal. Or maybe this phone doesn't have a SIM card. Damn. I'm in deep trouble. What should I do? How can I get out of here? I was ready to go to jail just to stop feeling afraid. I'm left with nothing to do now. I feel hopeless. I want to cry. I want all this to end. I want everything to be okay. I don't know what the truth is or whose body's lying in my mother's bedroom. The fact is, there's a body, and I'll be imprisoned. I don't want any of this. I want to hide under a blanket and sleep forever. After crying a lot, my eyes became much heavier. I wanted to sleep badly. I know I could forget everything if I slept. In my case, it was the best option. I lay down on my bed, comfortably covered with a blanket, and fell asleep instantly.
Hey, are you there?
Oh, Tatra, you were the one who paid for dinner. Ooh, expensive dinner. I remember seeing your post. Tasty, I hope, though.
Wake up. Do you really think that sleep will solve all your problems?
I like to think it would.
Sleep only helps to escape reality for a while, unfortunately. You're probably thinking that it would be better to not wake up at all. You might be surprised, but I think so too. Because I suffer from the fact that you're alive. I wish I could be free. Forget it. You can't help me anyway. I know you can't help yourself either. I thought there were no situations in life without a way out. But your situation, there is a way out. Honestly, but it's kind of a dead end. It's chosen when people think there's no other way. I feel sad for you. And sad to see you suffer.
I feel like using the term dead end is maybe not the best term. Perhaps intentional, but...
I'm speaking honestly, putting aside the image you've created of me. You just wanted to be healthy. Have a friend, a boyfriend, go to school. So many kids have these things, but don't appreciate them because they consider it normal. You, a lonely child, were very unlucky in life. You're actually smart and pretty. But your illness, unfortunately, you'll keep losing your mind more and more. And soon, you won't be able to distinguish imagination from reality. I feel like I should help you, even though you want to see me as a monster. It may seem untrue, but in the deepest corner of your soul, you wanted to be scared at that time. You wanted adrenaline? I don't know. In any case, monsters won't bother you anymore.
They won't? Or you mean if I take the out?
And I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. I don't know what came over me. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to help.
Well, you didn't.
We're alone now. I know what you've been through, and you must have many questions. Like whose corpse is lying in the room. I'll tell you right away, I don't know. I'm just your imagination, and I can't distinguish reality from your imagination. You must be feeling terrible right now. Let's go outside instead. Fresh air will help clear your mind.
Gonna go to bed now, feel EP, so good night, people, take care. It's good to see you, Tetra. I hope you have a good sleep. We'll see you some other time.
It's night now, and the sky is likely to be especially beautiful. You've hardly ever gone outside before because of your illness.
Like, hang on, let me just close this. Realize schizophrenia can be really serious, but like, this game is modern day. It's, well, this is very close to our modern day. Her diary entries is only from like 6-7 years ago. Well, I guess her diary entries are faked. I don't actually know in that case when this is released. But like, she's got like an iPhone looking thing. She's got a laptop. There's stuff to be done. There's stuff that can be done. Like, I wonder a little bit whether her mom even tried to get her any help as a kid, or it's just like, my kid is possessed by the devil and weird, and I'm just gonna lock her inside forever. Because like we were talking, there's that guy on the Greyhound bus, and they got medication for him to try to like regulate like the chemical stuff for his head. Like my uncle's got schizophrenia too, and it's not like he can't go outside and he can't do things. I just don't know how to deal with schizophrenia. Well, that's why we've got professionals. Like I feel like it'd have been, especially if everything she's saying is true about like being locked away as a kid and everything, like unless you're really one of those families that was like, yeah, this child is now my burden of responsibility to bear, so I'm just gonna do. But I also don't want anyone else to know, so I'm gonna lock them inside forever, which I've read about cases like that. Unfortunately, it does happen. But like at a point like this, I feel like it'd be kinder to her to almost just like put her into a care facility home. Like maybe they suck, but I don't know if they suck any more than what she's already gone through.
How do you like the idea?
Yeah, let's go. Especially if I've never gotten to see the outside world, basically.
Let's take a walk.
We quickly got ready and went outside. My house looked very ordinary, surrounded by other houses that seemed abandoned. The streets were empty. Marina and I walked a bit away from the house and saw a huge field of dewy grass where we decided to lay down. It's the shack. And on that hill is a cabin. And in that cabin...
What a beautiful sky. It feels like the stars are trying to talk to us.
Alright, cabin down. Oh no, it's all good, Aaron.
They twinkle so fast, as if they're sending a signal. Or is it aliens?
Could we... I'm a mess right now, emotionally and physically. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Morena, can we not bring aliens into this mix? I don't think I need the potential of aliens as a possibility right now, thank you.
Just kidding, just kidding.
Thank you.
And the night air smells so wonderful, combined with this slight chill. Don't you agree with me?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's truly beautiful.
And that is what I'm talking about. I'm so glad we came out together. But unfortunately, it's not the only reason we left the house. We need to talk.
I still need to... Oh, the eyeball follows my cursor. That's cool. A little lower.
About you. About your dreams, regrets, and thoughts. It's very sad for me to say this, but the end is known. And I think you understand what I mean. I'm selfish, trying to sweet-talk you when I, myself, want to break free from the shackles. But I think you also believe this is the way out, right?
No, I don't think this is the way out. There's other ways.
I knew you'd answer
I
with
don't
that.
think this is the way out. The main protagonist might think it's the way out.
You're just saying that, but deep down, I know how you feel. Because I am you. And you are me. It's strange. I wanted to talk to you, but I don't know how to start the conversation. I guess I'm too anxious. I just feel sorry for you. And I don't know how to help you. There's nothing in the world that would help you, and I know how lonely you feel.
That's not true.
But you're not alone. You have me after all. You always talk to me when you wanted to get something off your chest. You're a kind person who wouldn't hurt a fly. And I know you have no one to talk to. Even your mother, she was always too busy to talk to you. Video games will never fill the void inside you, and I understand how much your existence in the world torments you. Sometimes you feel it would have been better if you were never born. Even in the event of your death, there's no one who would cry for you, right? That's the most saddening part.
I don't like this lady. I don't trust this lady.
Usually it's only family and close ones who hold you back from the edge. But you have no one. I wish I could take your hand, the younger version of you, and lead you away from these problems. That version of you that still doesn't quite understand what makes them different from others, to make you a healthy child. Imagine your life if that were true. You would have a friend, a boyfriend, a loving mother, and a very bright future. It's what you always wanted more than anything in life. Though these are simple things, aren't they? People on the internet, they don't quite fill the void you have inside. Some just disappear without a trace. They delete their account forever, or they just remove you from friends. They start ignoring you as if you were never friends. They all leave. Absolutely everyone. No one will stay with you, and no one will truly worry about you. Though you, if I remember correctly, really cared for them. Sometimes it seems that all people are cruel by nature. They will betray you at the right moment to make it even more painful for you. Io was such an example for you. That's her nickname online. Because of your amnesia, you probably don't remember her.
I read the text messages.
Perhaps it's for the best, but I still need to tell you, because I want you to have a better understanding of yourself. When you were a teenager, you actually had many friends online with whom you often spoke. And since you were children, you shared everything that happened in your life.
Oh, kids. Stranger danger, okay?
You became friends with Io shortly before your 13th birthday. You became practically best friends, and you knew about Io's problems in life. Everyone had problems, and you worried about Io, and even cried when she was hurt, always trying to support her. When she was at the toughest moment of life and death, you saved her. But could she do the same for you?
Kind of bailed on me. So,
Obviously, she didn't do that for you. She just deleted her account at some point when you wrote to her about your problems. Since you knew her by heart, you easily found her new account. She added all the friends from the previous page there. All except you. And she shared photos where she enjoys life. I can't imagine what you felt looking at this. Sometimes, you even thought about writing to her. Ask what's wrong. Maybe there was a mistake. After all, you wanted to be friends with her. Even if she didn't want to support you, you still wanted to communicate with her, even without her support. That's how lonely you were. I think this has greatly affected you.
thanks.
You still, after years, follow her social networks, where she is happy. And it seems she's already achieved everything in life.
Thanks for the alert, Demi. What do you mean you're not allowed to lurk? The nightbot just takes a moment.
I don't know if you're happy for her, or sad, or hate her. What do you feel for her?
Someone just bailed on me like that?
I thought about it too. It's just sad that it happened this way. But know I'm always here to listen to you. Even if I'm fictional and a figment of your imagination, I really want to take care of you.
I couldn't stop thinking about something. Task again, or maybe not. What about the body in the other bedroom? What do you mean, what body? I saw a corpse there. Is it real or fiction?
I don't know. You're asking an imaginary friend what's real and what's fiction. Are you really okay? Besides, I already told you, I don't know.
This is true, she did tell me. Just, I'm not sure.
Well, then you're not sure. Forget about it for now. If there really is a person there, you can't save them anyway. Enjoy the last few minutes of freedom before you get put in jail.
This girl's imagination is not kind to her either. Okay. Cool outside. This cold was pleasantly chilling on the skin. I can't say I was uncomfortable. I wanted to fall asleep right on Mirana's shoulder at that moment and never wake up. I feel very cozy with her. Suddenly, I remembered a movie where a girl changed other people's lives for the better. Even though she was an introvert, she was happy for other people. I'd like to be that kind of girl. To be positive and to help others, despite everything not being great for me. Because in the end, other people also helped her. Or, I'd like to be a movie director and create movies that help people or write books. I love writing stories. You know, to be a screenwriter in an alternative life sounds very interesting.
Don't make me laugh. Many want it, but only a few achieve it.
But imagine how cool it is to come up with a story that deeply affects someone, or it changes their life. It'd be the greatest achievement of my life, to change someone's life for the better.
For the better? That's a subjective concept. Good and evil are subjective.
Well, I have standard concepts of good and evil.
Even so, everyone has different standards. What seems for the better to you might seem for the worse to many. You understand what I mean?
Well then how do I understand it? What is good in all senses?
Not at all. Every person is different. What can you do? Someone engages in charity, and for them, it's good. While someone else kills people and considers it charity, as it frees people from a terrible life.
Who do you want to be? Flame Fox, thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
Me? Well, you came up with quite the question. How can I handle it? I'm not so thoroughly thought out as a personality. Whatever you come up with, that's what I will be.
I guess Mirana's just... Can I even really say that Mirana is a coping mechanism for me? Because I feel like she's not even really helping with the coping side. I don't know. I think you could be a doctor. Oh, that was weird. I think you could be a doctor. You're very calm and intelligent.
Are you kidding? Can you imagine me in that doctor's attire? That's too funny.
Yeah, I imagined it. You'd be very amusing. But you look so real, as if you have your own secrets, and you're unusual. Hoi! Hoi hoi! How's it going, Flame Fox? Ambiguous, I would say. I still haven't figured out what role you play in my life. You seem both good and bad at the same time. I don't know.
Thanks for the compliment, but because you still can't decide who I am for you, you don't know yourself. How can you create a constant personality for me?
By the way, how can I distinguish what's real and what's not?
To distinguish, you need to think. Assume something. Think critically. What could really happen and what sounds illogical and unrealistic? Only in the end will you find out what's true and what's not. So, just believe what you believe.
Actually, I'm very comfortable with you. I could probably spend a whole lifetime like this. It'll be hard for me to part with you. If I do, you know what, to myself.
No, it shouldn't. You're liberating both yourself and me. You're doing a good thing.
But we could lie and talk like this forever, couldn't we? I don't need anything more in life. Just a friend who can listen and support, and I can do the same for you.
We can't talk like this forever. We'll run out of topics before an hour passes.
Maybe you're right.
Okay, let's go home now.
Okay. As soon as I set foot on the threshold, a storm of emotions suddenly overcame me. I decided to follow before I chill for Nyanko. It's Coach. Oh, it's Coach Checkhead. Hey! Yeah, Nyanko's got their big thing today. Thanks for stopping in. I'm cosplay deputy. I began to think about my future, and each thought pierced me into pieces, knowing that I won't achieve anything in life. I will be nobody. Such thoughts often bring me down to earth, reminding me of my worthlessness.
What happened? Why did you stop? What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking of killing myself. I'll decide to do it. Again.
Why?
What do you mean, why? You just keep trying to convince me to do it, Morena. You're gonna try to talk me out of it now? Because I don't want to exist in the world. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to feel pain, disappointment. I'm a coward.
A sensible decision. Thank you.
For what?
For freeing me. For no longer having to be obligated to you.
But I'm doing it more for myself. I'm sad to say goodbye to you. Thank you for supporting me in the last minutes of my life.
You're welcome. You imagined me to behave this way, didn't you? Apparently, you desperately wanted support and learned to control your hallucinations.
So Morena's just like my own little echo chamber I've created, it seems.
Are you scared?
A little. But it's not my first time doing this, right? I should be confident about it. Now, I'm thinking about what my life could have been. Maybe I can change for the better. To live life, enjoying every moment. To do what I like. And these thoughts disturb me. What if I'm making the wrong decision? What if everything could turn out differently? What if tomorrow everything gets better and I don't live to see it?
No. How can everything be good for you? You will never cure your schizophrenia no matter how much you want it. Even if theoretically possible, you would still have mental disorders that would still serve as a catalyst for suicide. Or am I saying something wrong?
You're saying so much wrong! Unfortunately, telling the truth, there won't be any magical moment, no person who will save me. There's nothing that will change me. But I still hope for it. Do you understand? All this time, I've been living my days in hopes. I hopes that things will eventually get better. But it only got worse. And it's just hard for me to make such a decision. I don't know what awaits me if I do it. I'm afraid of the unknown. And now I'm also worried about possibly harming my family members who might still be alive. What if I have someone, but I just can't remember them? I'm unsure. Should I do it? I'm struggling to understand my feelings. Unsure of what to do next, I quickly turn around and head to my room, gently closing the door behind me. I crave some solitude and need to sleep. My head's throbbing terribly, almost as though the entire day has been nothing but a string of hallucinations. I close my eyes. My eyelids were closing when suddenly I heard someone entering the house. I heard footsteps, someone's voice, calling me, or... As I was losing consciousness, a hand grabbed me, and my eyes opened again. I saw my mother's face. She looked shocked, probably crying, quickly dialing something on her phone, shouting at me to hold on. I held on, with all of my strength. But at one moment Is this the space between taking the pills and...
It's hard for me to say goodbye to you. I think we could always be together. Have fun, cook different dishes together, and admire the sky. I will miss you.
Mom's alive. I feel like the opening was true as to what happened about the overdose, and I feel like all of this bit in between right now has just been like those little moments where she passed out. Me too. You're really sweet. I like you. Although I wish you could stay with me forever, I still value your decisions. You've always been strong. Guys, can I play with you? Yes, of course you can. We'll play a game. Close your eyes and count to 500. We'll hide, and you can come find us. Their look seemed so very kind, like they finally wanted to be friends with me. I counted to 500, but they were all still there. Damn, I didn't think she could count to such high numbers. Count again. But guys, I've already counted. You just don't want to be friends with me, right? Did you finally get it? Go away. I don't need crazies as friends. Mom, kids in the yard don't want to be friends with me. Those kids, they're scum. You should know that, right? Don't listen to them. Can I play with Mom? Oh, dear. Unfortunately, no. I have to run to work now, but I promise when I come back, we'll play. Okay? Okay. Hooray, you're back. Mommy, you promised to play with me. Darling, I'm so tired. Honestly, Mom had a really hard day. I'll make some food now, and we can lie down together. Is that okay with you? Am EP gonna get ready for bed? Okay. Have a good night, Cecilia. Hope you sleep well. Okay. After watching TV for a bit, Mom immediately fell asleep. I was left alone. Again. Not that I felt sad or... I don't know what I felt. Maybe loneliness? I understand that Mom has a lot of things to do and she's great at handling everything. But a little bit of egoism in me wanted some attention. Well, just you and me now. You're plush, I know. I really wish I could talk to you. All you can do is hug me, though. I wonder why you have wings. Are you going to fly away from me, too? Just kidding. I know you won't fly away. You're a simple plush. It's so lonely. I'm so lonely I cry and open my heart to a plush toy. Why does everything in life happen like this? Can't everything just be good? I just don't understand. Why is there so much pain in living? Why? Why is every day agony for me? Why? Sorry. I can't sleep again. Even your hugs don't help. As a child, I'd fall asleep immediately just by looking at you. It's hard to live when your only escape from reality is sleep, and even that you can't get. No, Io, you shouldn't do this to yourself. You're the best person I've ever met. I know you might think badly of yourself, but know you're a wonderful person. As soon as you grow up, you'll leave your parents' house, move into your own apartment, and you'll live well. Just wait. I really believe you'll make it. You have to believe in yourself. I understand you. I might be selfish, but it'd be damn painful to lose you. You're the only person I've met I've truly opened up to. Please don't do this. It's painful to see how cruel people can be. Watching memes, playing games, I wasted my life to at least slightly alleviate the loneliness. Probably my last hope became my hallucinations. I started to control them. Sometimes it worked, sometimes my mind played tricks on me. Overall, I was happier than now. Over time, I got sick of playing games and interacting online. I cut off all ties with these people. I read books, improved myself, drew, I tried to write stories. Unfortunately, with each story, I wanted to kill myself. I didn't like anything I did. Every time seemed like I was creating a terrible story, and the scariest thing was that I didn't know how to fix it. In the end, I burned out. I couldn't write or draw anymore. What's the point in a hobby if you don't enjoy it? I forced myself and felt only negative emotions. Over time, that all accumulated inside me, like now. You, the player, are probably wondering what is true and what is not in this story, right? I really did try to end my life at the beginning. I really lost my memory after the stress. But, unfortunately, I was not very experienced, and I drank a weak sleeping pill. Secondly, I took them in a relatively small amount, and thirdly, there's a small chance of dying from them. After that, I most likely made up a story just like from one movie, where the main character wakes up every night and remembers nothing. The image of Marana has been in my head for a long time. I talked to her before. The egg toast that Marana gave me was already prepared by my mom long ago. She already left me some food when she went to work. What else? You might be wondering what was my mom's corpse reel. If you think logically, in the game, it was set as if my mother didn't resist at all when I attacked her with a knife. Any person would have a self-preservation instinct, right? Sometimes imaginations can be completely illogical, and yet some people can believe in them. Nevertheless, in this ending, you find out that my mom is alive. And what I made up is a figment of my imagination. People with schizophrenia can imagine smells. I mean, I really felt the smell of a corpse. Question arises, where is my mom in all this? My mom works around the clock. That is, she may not return home for a whole day or even more. If I slept, it was something like fainting or just a very short sleep. Fainting lasts very briefly, by the way. So this whole story happened within a day. Most of all, I slept when I tried to end my life. That is, in the morning, and I woke up at night. I think that's all. This story may seem very strong in terms of depression and discussions of suicide. I wanted to address people who have reached this point in the game and problems in life. Please hold on. I understand it's hard, but you have to hold on. I just want to say, don't do bad things to yourself. Love yourself. It's hard, I know, but please, try to do it. I hope for that, at least. And I believe you'll make it. Just don't give up. Please. And right as we hit the ad break. Okay, we'll stop briefly here, and we'll come right back after. And no one will miss a thing. Spotify weird. Spotify very weird. I don't know why it's I've never had a problem with it before until yesterday, where Demi was like, no music is playing. I'm like, that's very strange. For some reason it's picking the window looking specifically for the name of the song that's playing at the time, instead of just grabbing the actual window like it always has. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Welcome back. I wonder what happens now. One last question. Did the main character die in the end? Will she wake up in 10 hours in the hospital with her mom, who was worried about her all this time? She will love life after waking up. She will clearly understand that her mom actually loves her, and she won't want to cause her that pain again. She doesn't want to see her scared face again. And our main character will try to keep going. She will never give up again, even though it will be hard. She'll eventually find people she can communicate with, because not all people are bad, right? She'll make her career in filmmaking, and she'll get support online, and finally come to harmony with herself. Congratulations, you've completed the game with a good ending. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it and you'll be really kind to other people. Thank you for playing. Give it another shot. Try to get multiple endings. I also want to say a big thank you to some people. Without them, this would have just stayed a dream. Lauren Kong as Mirana. Levante Tar as the demon. Editors. Listens, Feed Fasher, Fearsome, Alex Burnett, Music, Pixabay, Roman Assert, Audible Dread. Made with Rinpy. Thank you again. Goodbye, and please take care of yourself. Huh. Spots to load. You know, Good ending, she lived. I'm very curious about more of these endings, but it's shorter than my usual time is right now, but I feel like this is a good place to stop. I'm sorry I put us through the ad break just for that. I kind of needed a moment for myself too, but But I don't want to start another round of this. Not yet. Because it'd just be another 3-hour run, and I don't want to start another run of it yet. I'll probably put this on schedule again for another weekend, and we can try another ending. It was a lot. It was heavy. It was a lot. And I just... Oh, we got the good ending, which means it's all downhill from here. I'm very curious, actually, as to what the achievements look like for this game. Easy. 9 out of 19. Okay. Got about half of them. No, I'm curious enough to want to check more endings of this at another time, but ooh, I don't know. So I've always had a little bit of trouble relating to video games. I still to this day haven't cried to a video game. But something about this one just it's so close to home on several different points. I think it's I'm a little bit curious as to how do I put it? I thought they did a really good job in encapsulating that. Yeah, they really did. The thing I kind of wonder is like, well, I was thinking that a lot of the stuff that was being said about the main character was really harsh, really harsh, and that you won't in a not good for anything sort of way. But I feel like at the same time, Miranda might not be the best, most reliable narrator in that regard, because she seems to just be the main character's like darker thoughts made manifest. I've always felt hopeless and lonely. Didn't know schizophrenia was that insane. I can't say for myself as I don't have it. I have a family member that has it, but I think the game might also be a little bit biased, at least, because everything that's being spoken about, like everything that Miranda keeps saying, is definitely has a bias from her side. But I know like there's different levels of severity. There's stuff that can be done to try to help mitigate it and such. Like we were talking about the Greyhound guy earlier. He had a really bad episode, but he, with some help, some medications, stuff like that, hasn't had another episode since, as far as I'm aware. It is nice that the game, though, acknowledges at the ending of that because especially in the middle there, they talk about how, like, you know, nobody cares. But it is nice that in the ending for this one that we got, it does acknowledge the fact of, like, you know, there are people that care. Not everyone is bad. An RMC gets to live. I guess I'm sure there's probably a couple routes in there. I think Orphea was saying earlier that there's like 7 endings or something. So there's probably one where the main character doesn't make it out the other side. Although I'm a little surprised. I thought this would go differently because I decided not to take the medication, not to take the pills at the beginning. So maybe that wasn't the wrong choice after all. So it's interesting. I was reading an update about the game. I guess there's a so-called secret ending in here that they've taken out because of there's some bad feedback about how, like, the mental health is being portrayed in that secret ending. So I guess I don't know if it's just gone entirely. At least they've taken it out for now. I don't know if it will be permanently gone forever, if they're rewriting stuff a little bit. But this is still just like first week out in public. So I guess we'll see whether or not they make some little adjustments or changes or add some other stuff in there as time goes on. But I think I'd like to I think I'd like to explore another path in another weekend. Huh. Man. I do have... trying to think if there's something we can do for like 20-ish minutes or so. I have a friend that's debuting a model today. They don't go live until 6. And I'd like to be able to raid into them just to show support. But yeah, I still got like 20 minutes before they go live. What could we do?
Everything goes dark, and you die.
No, she emphatically did not die. They said she didn't die. She is okay. As okay as she can be. As okay as she can be for now. Let me pop up in Steam. Let's see, what else have I got? Which narrator do we believe, though? This is a good point. The very last bit of the... I don't know, that is a little bit of a weird one, because they still kept the pink text. Cried for like 20 minutes. And that's okay. The narrator, because the bit I get confused with is the narrator at the end, it was still using the same text color as the girl herself. And it was talking in first person. I'm not sure. I want to believe that she's okay. I want to believe that she's okay. It might not be perfectly smooth sailing from here on out, but I want to think that she's turning over a new leaf. What's if I got? I've got Cult of the. I'm not gonna start it right now. But I've got Cult of the Lamb. Do any of you have interest in Cult of the Lamb? Because I know you can have like Twitch people can get little characters in there, and then you can like vote on who to send out on missions and stuff. Recovery's rough. You? Okay, Aaron is interested in Cult of the Lamb. I'll put that. I'll mark that one as being one that's interested on the list. Not right now though. Not right now. Map No 2, also interested? Okay, okay. I got some people. I got some people. I want to be part of the processing unit. Report. Several bugs running through the system. What else I got here? Go. Destiny. I could actually. I'm really just buying. I haven't updated that game. You said this was on Steam, right? Yeah, it's on Steam. Globe, you want to help? Okay. I will put Cult a little bit higher up on my list of things to play. I wonder if I could get through. Oh no, I don't want to chant Stray. For some reason, I still haven't been able to get Stray to work with the controller. Really odd. Cause it's funny, cause the Steam page for Stray says that it plays better with the controller, and yet I can't get it to go. Well actually, you know, if we've got enough of us here, and I don't know, just to like lighten the mood a little bit, some of you want to play a little bit of Jackbox? We could do like a round or two of a little bit of Jackbox stuff, and then I'll probably raid us on out to my friend who's doing the debut. I think I still have everything set up. Yeah, I think I still have everything set up. Which pack is good? That one has those ones. Trivia, the poll thing, whiplash things. Or I could try reloading Stray again. Just might. Oh. I also went through some rough days a week ago, so this game did hit close. Here, let me take us back to. Let's go back to here for now. Close Hazy for now. We could just hang out and talk. I went through some rough days a week ago. Yeah, I didn't get the details from you, but I remember saying you were going through a bit of stuff. I hope it's gotten better in the coming days. I feel like I'm going to be thinking about this one for a while. Because I've also... Well, I haven't been shot down quite as badly as this girl was. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. That's a good quote, that one. It's kind of like... It's kind of my motto. Oh. My motto in life generally is to try to do right by people. To not make things harder than they have to be for people. It has, and I can share in DMs later if you want. Sure, if you feel like it. You don't have to. It's your private life. I don't need to pry into it. But if you want someone to share too, I'm open. Yeah, the my general way that I go through life is to try to do right by people. I won't necessarily take on like every single burden they've got, but I'll try to at least do something that makes their day, makes their life a little bit easier if I can. Uh oh no, did I join at the end? Oh hey Xander. Yeah, it's I finished off an ending for it. Hazy Mind is really heavy. Like the whole thing opens and the main characters made an attempt at their life. And yeah, it's very heavy. We finished up one playthrough of it, got supposedly the good ending, but it it took but like 2 and a bit hours on it. But I also don't want to start another run of it because I feel like the runs of this game serve better to just be done in one sitting per run. So we're kind of just having a chit chat session now at the end. You want to share honestly because talking about it makes you feel better as well? Okay. Yeah, that's totally cool. Bongo. It is bongo time. Up, up. But now it throws some people off, I know. Because, like I said, I try to do right by people. And I think some people just grow up with so much adversity in life that to be met with almost sometimes an excessive kindness, just like it throws them off. I've definitely been met with suspicion before from others who are like, why are you being so helpful? What do you like stand to gain from this? And I'm like, I don't really stand to gain anything from this. I just like helping people. And I've had some people who are like, that's too like nobody is that helpful. You can't possibly be like that. And I'm like, well, I am. No. And I don't know if it's really exactly my problem if you think otherwise, but you know, yeah, no one is that helpful. I try to be. I try to be. I know at work there's a guy who is like, I was trying to just get some stuff done just to help tidy things up a little bit for him on his route and some other stuff like that. And he's like, I was fairly sorry, you're a good processing unit. There's a soul in the machine, perhaps. What is a soul, really? No, but no, I know it's one of the guys who'd been there for quite a while, and he's like, look, he's like, I get it. You're new and you're fresh face, and you think you can change the entire company, but you can't. And I was realistic enough. I think what I told him essentially was like, look, yeah, okay, fine. I'm new and fresh face. That's true. But I was pretty upfront. I was like, I don't think I can change the entire company. Not not as things are. It takes so much more than just me. But I was telling him like, I'm not here to try to change the entire company. I'm just here to try to make all of our days a little bit easier. And if it means that I can make a few little changes for you and things just run a little smoother for you on the day by day, I'm happy. Na na na. But yeah. Huh. She's a witch getter. Oh, Princess, thank you for the hydrate redeem. It's true, she turned me into a newt. Okay, wait a second. Map, no, what are you referencing? I definitely recognize it from somewhere, but all I can think of right now is Good Omens. They turned the 3 kids into like salamanders. Okay, it is Monty Python. I got better. Oh, okay, it is the Holy Grail. I make some Holy Grail references sometimes. I haven't watched it. I've seen it like 2, 3 times. I haven't seen it in quite a while though. At this point, it's been a decade thereabouts. We could do it as a movie night. Although I still want to do I still want to do the Nier Automata series as like a few different like quote well sort of not exactly movie nights but like TV show nights. Someone say Holy Grail. Maybe. Maybe. Let me see. Where are things standing right now with my friends still freaking out about debuting? It might be a little bit. Yan Pan. Why it's not bringing it up in the search? You'd be totally down for Monty Python, not? You're bored enough to turn most nights into movie nights. Yeah, I might plan one of those for next week because, man, February, March are just not great months for me as far as like streams get. I say this as if I've been doing it forever, but I haven't. I knew going into February and March they weren't going to be fantastic for me for stream schedules because February is just a mess of like my mom's birthday is in there, the Lunar New Year usually falls in there, the convention that I help with falls in there. So I always know February is a little bit of a wash for me. And then yeah, I'm doing PAX again this year, so March is also a little bit of a wash for me as I like panic to do more cosplay work. There's another movie you'd love to watch with friends, but apparently you're not. It's not really possible to watch it through Amazon Prime. What movie is it? Because if wait, it's not really possible to watch through Amazon Prime? Do you mean particularly from your region? Because like I have Amazon Prime Canada, and other people have like, oh, Into the Abyss. Wait, Into the Abyss isn't a movie. No, wait, that's Made in Abyss. Sorry, I'm thinking of Made in Abyss. Never mind. Disregard what I said. Oh, it's an Argentinian movie. Oh, okay. Demi, you happen to be a PL rat? Wait, what's the PL stand for? Pretty legitimate? Oh, pirate. Sorry, it's an I. There's an L. I'm like, what? Watch it legally then, Smiley. Remember the Argentinian stalker I talked about a few weeks back? Yeah? Kind of? Oh, will I be streaming on Pi Day? Pi Day is a Thursday, so probably not. The game's being developed by the same dude that directed that movie. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, speaking of emotes, I got my emotes are kind of smatterings all over the place, but I got in on time to do like a 2-for-1 thingy. So there's like food ones. The rice ball one is like I just really like the name on the rice ball one. And then there's like the new laughing one that Demi put together. And then I moved a few others that use blanking on the term. I used a few of the reactives and cropped them down into smaller animated emotes as well instead of just being static because I took a little too long to realize that I'm like, wait, why don't I just make these animated? We have a lot more emotes in the pipework. So we do. I might do, well, kind of depends. Sometimes I get impatient and I'm just like, I just want to put them in the stream now. A part of me is thinking we might do like tiny Twitter campaign things of like, you know how people do retweets to like do full like VTuber model reveals? It'd just be like a tiny version of that, but for emotes and batches. Probably all come out this month. Wait, you really think you'll get them all done this month? Demi, you have so many chibis to do. Yeah, I got like a 2-for-1 on food ones, and I like food. Oh, you put the sunglasses on? Yeah, another Canadian friend tried to look it up on Amazon Prime account, wasn't able to do so. So you need to see if you can borrow your brother's account if he's still paying for it. Okay. As long as I don't listen to your feedback, I can get them all done in a week. Well, damn it, I got some bad news for you. I am a person full of feedback, and it's not because there's a microphone standing too close to a speaker. It's pizza, I already love it. Yeah, rice balls are called onigiri, but so the way Twitch does is they take your user handle and they default the first few letters. That's why everything has to start with L.Y.K.A.I.O. Like it has to. So naturally, the rice ball one is L.Y.K.A.I.O nigiri. Because I'm funny sometimes. Only sometimes. You really hate how yours are abbreviated? Waifu fu for cry. Wait, why does yours have a 4? I don't understand why some people's have a number. Although, I think it's really funny that yours is waifu fu. Yours would be radio then. Well, Y-K-A. L-Y-K-A-I-O. So 6 letters. So, Aaron, yours would probably be Radian. Because mine is a 6-letter thing. And I think Demi's is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't know why Demi's is... Oh, Demi, you know what? It's probably because there's other waifu factories or something that would use that same abbreviation, and yours is the 4th iteration. If I had to guess. But yeah, it looks like it takes from 6 letters. So Aaron's would be like R-A-D-I-A-N. Radian emote name. Xander's... What is yours? Oh, Xander, yours has a... Oh, you have a 95. I wonder if it really is the number. It's just like if there's too many... If there are other people out there that go by Xander something... And yours is the 95th iteration, so you have Xander 95 and then the rest of it. Which is a little weird because there's definitely other L.Y.K.A.I.O.S accounts out there, but maybe mine's the only one that hit affiliate and uses... Oh, but Mapno's got a 68. Strange. There are other waifu factories, but they're all imposers. Waifu subsidiaries. Cause what is... I'm curious, cause... A box thing. Can we go bigger? Channel, effects, my emotes. Cause Maddie Latte has Maddie L6. I think Muji is Muji. Oh, I'm surprised Muji's got a number too. Muji ga 1. Let me see. Sumi has a 12. Opasu 12. What about V? No. Verendel just says Verend and then name. Silas has a number. Shiro has a number. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of you. You just all got numbers in your names. Twitch didn't give me 69. I hate them. Can always rename yourself to Waifu Ductory. Waifu NTR. Oh gosh. So I'm curious, Globe, with the sunglasses on the emotes, can you actually move the sunglasses down to cover the eyes, or are they set in their position on the forehead? Too far. Huh. Apparently there are 2 other accounts with the name Mapno as a username. Yeah, but yours isn't just Mapno. Yours is Lucky Mapno. So I wonder then, because... No, even when I eventually change my Twitch handle over to match everything else, in theory it should still just be L.Y.K.A.I.O. There's no reason it should change. You think they're set? Oh, okay. Oh, it lines up pretty well on the bunny. So close. Like, how rude. That is pretty good. That is pretty good on the bunny one. It's the new text at the bottom. Deal with it. Okay, it's 6. Are they live? Come on. I'm impatient. I'm impatient and I want to see their model in action. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's very kind of them. I'm creeping their page and they have me down as a recommended stream. I still haven't. I need to fill that box out. I don't think I've got anybody down there listed for recommended streams. New emotes by next stream guaranteed, or you know where to find me. Well, Dammy, it won't be hard to have at least a new emote by next stream because that next animated one is basically done. It's just there's just a little adjustment, and I think it's pretty much good to go. So they didn't need to know that. I'm sorry. I've let the cat out of the bag. I've spilled the beans. Still streaming tomorrow? No, I don't have it. I'm trying out. Well, I flubbed my own schedule. I was a little bit weird in my schedule this week because I went live on Thursday on V's channel. I'm trying out a Wednesday, Friday, Saturday schedule. Originally I had them on Sunday because I thought I couldn't handle doing. I wasn't sure if I'd want to do stream 2 days in a row, but I feel pretty okay with it. So I've been trying a Wednesday, Friday, Saturday because the Sunday. Trying to do it on Sunday was just getting a little bit messy because every other Sunday, another person would need the office that I'm working in to play D&D. So it meant I couldn't really do any game that went particularly long on Sunday because I'd very much be stuck to a 4-hour time slot. And like I went way over when doing like ending B of Nier Automata. I went like a 40 minutes over because I thought maybe it wouldn't take that much longer, and it took me much longer than I thought, and I felt terrible. So I'm running Saturdays, so it leaves me I don't have to worry about trying to finish up before their D&D, and it just gives me a day where I don't have to wake up to an alarm. Because as it was when I was doing streaming on Sunday, but I also raid with the Destiny clan on Saturday and then work on the weekdays, meant I would have to set an alarm for at a point of every day of the week. Oh, I see why your backhoe keeps lighting up when you speak. Yeah, it's because the PNG is a static image that's transparent, but the GIF can't be transparent, as we learn. And I haven't adjusted that. I adjusted it on the holiday version because it was about the same, where the red PNG was transparent and the GIF wasn't transparent. And I put a white background on the whole thing, so there was no change between the talking and the not talking. And I just keep forgetting to do it with this version. Yeah, it just needs a white background on it. It is supposed to be transparent, but yeah. It's not the most jarring difference, I find, but it is a little difference that I could stand to touch up, and it wouldn't be too hard to touch up either. I'm learning about transparent GIFs. But yeah, I don't know. I'm considering if I want to go back to doing Sundays, because at least Sundays as well, I can start earlier on Sundays, which is better for the European-based people. I thought that bit was deliberate. Not really. It was an oversight on my part when I put everything together. But yeah, I've been debating if I should try doing the Sunday thing again, because it puts it earlier in the night for the Europeans, who are like 8-9 hours ahead of me. Because as it is on Saturday with my start times, it means it's already like midnight in Germany or 11 o'clock in the UK. On the plus side, it's going into a Sunday, and I feel like a lot of people have Sunday off, so they could stay up later if they wanted, but it does make it a little bit harder. I don't know. I'm a little beholden to starting at about 2-ish or 3-ish, though, because of the Destiny rating. Can't start too early on the Destiny rating because we're trying to get people in like 3 or 4 different time zones to get a time that lines up with each other in order to do our rating practice. Stream the Destiny raid so I can make fun of you? I don't think I can do that. there's a few of us in the Destiny raids who do online stuff, but we all drop proper names. Well, I shouldn't say we all drop proper names. A lot of us drop proper names when we do Destiny raiding. I don't know if I can quite subject everyone to that. Tour. Yeah, what was I saying? I don't know. When the other person finishes like their D&D stuff, I might consider going back to Sundays then. Hey, you think your friend is up? Oh yeah. Yeah, they totally are. Cool. I'll give them, they only just start. I'll give them a few minutes. I know they've been nervous as hell. I don't want to be like, "Hey, you're a minute in. Here's a raid." We'll just chit chat for a few more minutes, and then when they finally get their face up on there, we'll go right in. Yeah, I know they've been very excited. They've been very excited. The model is cute. The model is very cute too. Oh, it's kind of cool. I'm kind of peeking at it. It looks like their shoutouts do like little feature things on the screen, which is cool. You can stream, but you can't hide. Is it Ruru? No. Ruru's got a 3.0 design that's been revealed, but Ruru hasn't actually I don't think she's got a model for it yet that's been rigged. This is a friend of mine. I've known them for quite a few years. It's just coincidence that we've both gone down the VTuber route. They started about a year ago as a joke. And then really got into it. They're actually one of the people the VTuber. Ooh, that's quite loud. The VTuber panel that I was. Oh, hiccup! Sorry. The VTuber panel that I was on, kind of co-hosting at the convention. They are one of the. They're the main person who put it together. I've got an eyeball on this stream though. When their head pops up. When their head pops up, we'll pop in. Started off there. Can't wait for Demi 4.0. Are you working on a Demi 4.0? How long have they? Oh, they've only been on their starting screen stream for like 3 minutes. But in the meantime, I'm pretty happy to just chat. I like talking with people. I need to really put it down the with people, because to be perfectly honest, outside of here, I don't talk a whole lot. I've said before, a couple of my coworkers or people found out I do streaming, and they're like, "You? Really? You never talk." I'm like, you'd be surprised. I'd like to think I'll finally have hair. I especially need a chat after today's game. Yeah, it was just everything else. I felt like we wouldn't really have too much time to play other stuff, or it just felt too. I don't know. Didn't feel like it quite fit yet. But no, I think little chat is good after today's heavy stream or today's heavy game. Hair. Damn, are you gonna have long flowing locks, like Fabio style locks? Down to like your little shark butt. Dinner time? Okay. Have a good dinner, Rapno. I'll catch you some other time. Think cousin it. That's just all hair. Demi, that's no shark. That's just all hair. Man, Addams Family. I don't actually know which iteration was the version I was watching. I was watching the TV show version, though. Miku Mario debut. What in the world is Miku Mario supposed to mean? No idea. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, cosplay work. Oh yeah. As far as the cosplay stuff goes, it's a little bit touch and go weird because I have I've got a lot of stuff to do in about a week and a half. As much as I talked before about wanting to stream the progress on it, I don't think I'll be streaming it as often as I'd like because I realize I don't get a whole lot done when I do it on stream. I have fun with it, but I don't get as much done as I probably should. And there's some stuff where I'm just like I wouldn't. I sit down to work on these things in really long batches of time typically, but I also wouldn't want to do that on stream for like 9 hours at a go or longer. Like tonight, for instance, after we finish up here and I maybe grab a little bit of breakfast. Yes, breakfast. I probably should have eaten hours ago, but after I grab something to eat, I will probably be buckling down to do cosplay work for the next like 12 hours easy, and then crash for a little bit, and then start up another like 18 hours of cosplay work because I just have a lot of stuff to do. And I wouldn't necessarily want to have to worry about stream the entire time during that, if that makes sense. So that'll be. I may have some days on the Discord in a little bit more of a chill environment, a little bit more of a relaxed environment where I'll come in and just like maybe start streaming it out of one of the voice call, like an open voice call there for anyone who either wants to like pop in and watch or what have you. What is happening over there? There's a hype train happening over there. And then yeah, we got. Oh, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the rings. I have some ideas involving some vinyl. But the arm rings are meant to float there. I don't know. It's one of the things I like about cosplay stuff, though. It's kind of like figuring out a puzzle of how to make a drawn image into a 3D functioning thing. Yeah. Yeah, next week I'll probably. I haven't really decided on next week. I think I'm going to be a little light on the stream schedule again because as I just get, like I said, I just get closer to that convention deadline. I'll probably be a little bit light on the stream schedule to just buckle down on work. Might do a movie night on the Wednesday. I'd probably do another run of Hazy Mind on the Saturday, but I may forego the Friday. Guerrilla streams, yeah, basically. If I go live with an actual stream, heck, if I go live in the Discord and people want to hang out, I'll just ping it and be like, yeah, I know I'm not on Twitch, but I'm over here if anybody wants to like come say hi, hang out, do whatever. But yeah, I'll probably schedule at least Hazy Mind on the Saturday for another run of it, and then I may schedule, like I said, I might like properly schedule a movie. I think that's their starting scene screen. Okay. Twitter and Discord. Their screen is black. Nyanka, what's happening? Oh, no, wait. Do they have a lore video? Maybe they got a lore video. I'm like half peeping the other stream. Come here, thing. Okay. Twitter and Discord are there if you're not already a part of it. And if you are, thank you for joining. And if you want to go in there, yeah, I'll always ping on those too whenever I go live, be it either on Twitch or if I go live on Discord. As prep for raid, I'm still kind of like killing time. Admittedly, I don't know what is happening on their screen right now. It's just black with words. I want to, but I'm scared of the sharks. It's okay, Demi. There's only one, and he's got like he bites, but he got like no teeth. He's all bite, but he's very gummy. What is happening? Oh, it's the lore video thing. Okay, but yeah. Twitter, Discord are there. Primary raid message. Secondary raid message. I'm crying. Oh, that's a funny emote. Yeah, for those who have access to my emotes, we will take. You can use the first one. For those who don't have access to it, we can use the second one. So yeah, Nyanko is, like I said, they're a friend of mine. I've known them as an individual for the past 7-ish, 8-ish years, thereabouts. But yeah, we work together on convention prep stuff. We both happened to get into the VTubing sphere. I was helping them with like AV tech stuff during the convention. And they also kind of MC for the convention. Just a second. And yeah, I think I've raided into them once before. And initially they were using their backstory essentially. Initially they were using a pre-made 3D model that was like a cat girl with pink and purple hair and a big fluffy or big like poofy coat. And then they are kind of feeling like falling out of love with that one and then transitioned over to using one of those free Omori style slightly customizable models for a while. And then back in November, now it's a cat girl with big boobs. Yeah. You're not wrong. That is true. But yeah, yeah, back in November they got all the ball rolling on getting some original artwork done, getting their rigging done, new model, new everything. They've really gone like, oh, that's not where you were going. I was thinking it was a little bit strange as to why you would censor boob. Hang on, let me make sure that I'm talking too much. Have I pasted my own message? I have copied my own message. Okay, good. Come on, girly. Let's go. Let me see the face. I just want to time this. I just want to time this with like the face drop. I'm sorry. I'm so wobbly for time. I just want to time this with the face drop. She's shy. They are. I don't know. They've been like MCing for the convention stuff for a while. But I think this is the most they've really like the most they've really like done something for themselves, I guess you could say. I'll make sure to censor boob next time. Try to be considerate of your lacking qualities. Demi, why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta be like this? I'm not doing the broad trend on Twitter. Well, I don't even know where that broad trend came from. I've just seen it from some other people, and it's like posting pictures of a bra on Twitter, and I'm like, but why? You could be lying. You could just borrow somebody else's bra and be like, yeah, or you could just grab one from the internet, or you could like literally go into a lingerie store, take a picture of it, and be like, yeah, this is mine, and it's not. I can make fun of his lack of a D next time, but I think sharks have two. It doesn't work, Aaron. It doesn't work. I can make fun of that myself. At least I think sharks have too. You underestimate my desire to please people. With the two that you have? No. They might be barbed. Shark ones might be like cats. They might be barbed. Don't think about that too much. Don't think about that too much. It's a little weird. I know. Wait, hang on a second. Can I even raid out of OBS? I don't know. I've never tried. I should probably just get the actual rig queued up properly from like my Twitch stream manager. Thanks for ruining my say-so image. Hey, it's okay. I'm not a cat. Or do you mean your say-so image of yourself? Song of hope, she dances on the wind. Higher, oh higher. There our vows endure and remain forever strong. Okay, closing up the fish game, as we won't need that much longer. Yanko, how long is your thing? Within your heart, at its chorus might ring for all. Damn it, you're fishing at the wrong time, man. You're fishing at the wrong time. Rejected. I suppose I shouldn't be too surprised that they've got this whole thing that's happening in the beginning. They've always been a little bit of a rambler. Come on, kitty. You'll lurk raid. You're being called away for a few minutes. Good luck. Okay, yeah, no worries. Thank you, Demi. I'm sorry, it's taking actually quite a bit longer than I thought it would. They've got like a bit of a story thing going at the beginning, which is interesting, but it's like, oh my gosh, it's long. It's cute, but man, it's long. No. I'm just here because I need the channel points. What's next, Aaron? You gonna add a fish to the pond? You want the VIP? Participating in your rating gives a good amount. Yeah, it gives you a few hundred, right? I think. No, 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 no. Gosh, I might just have 350. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And we came forever strong. I might have actually been at the time to do a whole nother run of this. No, I shouldn't be like this. 250? 250. Okay, that's not too bad. Skip. Hey, 250 is like a free hour, like right there. It's something like 250 an hour if you're not subbed, and then like you just get your multipliers going from there. Think. I'm pretty sure. But no. Hmm. Hmm. Distracted am I? Oh, the other thing in the cosplay, I gotta figure out the ears. I was gonna make them with LEDs in them, but I don't think I've got the time to do it. I might just do it out of I might do it out of craft foam. I'll probably do them out of craft foam, but I have really interesting bases that actually move, so they'll be able to, they've got swivel bases, so they'll actually be able to like bend and move and swivel a little bit. Not quite a perfect 360. It goes to like, what is it? They'll go to like 70-degree angles or something like. Aaron, thank you for the gifted sub. And hey, I went over to MapNode. Nice. Not bad, not bad. Oh, I think it's go time on their side. The scene has transitioned again. There's a bread shop. They're nervous as hell. I can tell they're nervous as hell. They're nervous as hell. Oh, I just want to time this to make. I just want to make this all so much worse than it has to be. Or better than it has to be. No, bit of both. And Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Aaron, we're ending. We don't have to. I greatly appreciate it. You don't have to do this. It's very kind of you, though. I appreciate it. I'm broke on channel points. Yeah, but you can get channel points with time. Okay. Oh, they're dogging. I'll get the raid queued up. Okay. It was good to see you all, you guys. Thanks for joining me on this heavy game. But yeah, we'll get another, is that pay to win? I don't think so. But, we'll get, I'll get this raid queued up. We've got our messages. We'll go give them a fair, like a very warm hello and welcome. But no, it should be good. They've got a cute model. It's a kitty cat. Cat. I'm a kitty cat and I danced it. Okay, no, but yeah, I'll have up in Discord what we're gonna do. It'll probably be at least like one game stream and probably a movie night as I keep rapidly trying to make my way through cosplay stuff. But until then, I'll let you guys know. You all ready? We'll get ready. Let's go. Later.